We're sitting here with one of the owners of Hilton Hotel. Let's give the people something they don't know about you. Yeah, that you used to get food stamps.
No, I didn't used to get food stamps.
I
If
just
you
know.
have 9 broke friends, you're probably the 10th one.
She
I'm
was
a person
literally
of
trying to
action.
get him to go to Root Chris and have sex. He was like, look, don't you got a husband? And we're talking about Kim, you guys.
Give me a shot.
You need a shot.
Super was one of the person that inspired me.
Look in the mirror at yourself. Your issue is not with me. Your issue is with yourself.
Welcome to ToasTeas podcast.
We're here with our millionaire bestie, your millionaire bestie, Darren Jones. Darren, thanks for inviting us into your home.
Thanks for having me.
Welcoming us into your home with this lovely coffee. Oh my God, it tastes
Girl,
so
the
good.
coffee is amazing.
It is so amazing.
This
One thing
kind of
you
better
gonna
than
have.
Starbucks.
Not kinda.
Better?
We need the Amazon link or whatever.
Starbucks could
Yeah, Darren said he's gonna send us all the ingredients, even the pot,
The pot.
once this is over with.
The
So
pot is
we're
everywhere.
looking forward. We're looking forward to that.
You need it all.
Yeah.
So
This one
Darren,
could use a little more cream.
what? Darren,
Ma'am.
let's get into it. I like to get into it, right?
I like to get into it too, especially
do.
being that I am on the other side now. Yeah.
The other side.
Let's
The
do
other
it.
side of the interview.
Okay.
Let's talk about your journey to success. Let's talk about that first, and then we can kind of.
Okay. So journey to
Piggyback off of
journey
that.
to success. Grew up like.
Like, where did it all start? Because some
You
people
want to know
think
the quick rise up or the quick?
no. We're gonna take our time a little bit because some people think you was born with a silver spoon.
I thought so too. The way he acted.
Yeah, a lot of people think you was born this way. So how did it start
I
off?
was not born this way. We had plastic spoons. But
Y'all had plastics?
Washing plastic
So
spoons.
I think it'd be great for the audience to know exactly where you started because I think the perception, the way people perceive you, because of the perception you give, is you're kind of blunt. So I think if you just go ahead and let's give the people something they don't know about you.
Something that people don't know about.
Yeah,
So
that you used to get food stamps.
So, no, I didn't used to get food stamps.
Well, who got the
I
food
did
stamps?
not
got
get
the
food
food
stamps. I
stamps,
didn't
huh?
get no food
Was
stamps.
it for you?
It was for me. And
Yeah,
I
so
got
you
the-
got the food stamps.
No, my mother received the food stamps.
For you.
Not that it's
On
anything
your
wrong with it.
behalf.
I wish I could get some food stamps.
On
Shit.
your behalf.
Right now, I
I'm
want
glad
some
that
so
anybody know
bad.
anybody that has food stamps.
Oh, man.
But no, my mother, Section 8, the county, food stamps, all that good jazz, right? Luckily, she used it as a stepping stone, though. She wasn't a victim of circumstance. Luckily, she used it as a stepping stone. We were very embarrassed as a kid. We had the food stamp booklets, though.
The book of stamps.
The ones that told you,
The
you can
paper.
get, the ones that
The
told you
coupons,
can get
like the-
eggs,
yeah, food
milk,
coupons.
cheese, those.
Oh, that's how they did it in LA?
wick. That was a wick.
Was it wick?
That's considered like a wick when they tell you exactly what to get.
But no, it was the stamps in the thing. You just pull them out the book.
LA probably was a little different. You know, we Louisiana.
You pull them out the book and you go on there, baby. She used to pull that book out of the register. We walk off.
You was embarrassed.
Why were you embarrassed if that was your life?
Baby, I cried when she made me take lunch.
But how did
when
you
she
know the
made me-
difference?
When she made me take lunch tickets to school, my aunt teased me to this day because I boo-hoo cried.
So because you was teased, that's how you knew the difference?
No, because I mean, children know. That's why I typically tell parents.
So is that
No.
what motivated you to be so successful?
No, children know.
No.
Children know.
I was
Children
born
know what?
into...
Children know. Now, it may be normalized, but children know.
Yeah, because I thought I
poverty.
was rich with my book of stamps. I used to go to the store, walk to the store by
Children know.
myself.
But you normalize the poverty.
I didn't know it was abnormal.
Exactly, right?
So how would you know? That's the question.
Because I knew, even going to school, I knew the lunch ticket line versus the ones that had money. Okay, it wasn't hard. Y'all have money, y'all can go buy pizza and the cookies and the this and the that.
So the
lunch
school
ticket
I
keep-
went to, everybody was on like the same
Free
level.
lunch. Or even if you wasn't on free lunch,
You bought your
didn't
lunch.
know. Well, no, you just didn't know because your parents paid it like to the office
See,
or
our
to
school,
the teacher.
my
Yeah.
school wasn't like that. There was the lunch ticket line, there was a cash paying line. Man, there was a metal pole going right through the middle. If you had money, you did it over here. If you had lunch tickets, you did it over here.
Okay, well, that was kind of different.
And you could buy
Yeah.
cookies and candy and, the little
And you
pizzas.
couldn't get the
and all-
cookies?
Did you at
couldn't
least
get
have
that.
like money for at recess whenever concession? Were
Baby,
you
it
able
was
to?
my mom wanted to punish you. You was getting them lunch tickets.
Okay.
Okay.
So I used to get a little $5 a day and go to school and get what I wanted to get. But you Your grades ain't good, lunch ticket.
So, okay, so is that what motivated you to be successful in life? Like you didn't want to have to be on food stamps? And
Food stamps was never in my journey.
in your thought
Just being
process at all?
honest, right?
Because he did say...
As a child, I'll say this. As a child, which I can say this now because my mother's extremely successful
That's
today.
what I wanted to say. He did
She's
say his
extremely
mom used it
successful
as a
today.
stepping stool.
She used it as a stepping stone, but as a kid, that's why I always tell parents to be very careful what you're doing while your children are still kids, because they see and remember everything. So I remember not being able to answer the phone because the bill collectors was calling. My friends was calling. I want to be able to answer the phone, but I remember that being told, you can't answer the phone.
I would have never thought you would experience that.
Oh, yes. That's why I'm going to make sure I don't experience that as an adult.
So I think it's very important to your fan base, because you do have a fan page. You do have a lot of people that look up to you, and a lot of people don't know that part about you. I think, and that's just my opinion, I think it's very important that you express that part of your life, your journey, to your fan base, because it will teach them how to separate the two and how to use that as a stepping stool versus getting comfortable with it, because you are raw proof of, coming from that.
Yeah, she went and got it as a stepping stone because she needed it. She had 3 children, single mom. Though my grandparents didn't have it, my grandfather was anti, don't go bring that government shit up in here. My grandfather was like, and I think that's where it starts, where your foundation, so it's not a generational curse. My mother did it, got off of it.
But you said something that was very important. She used it as a stepping stone.
Yes.
Some people get it and get so comfortable.
And stay on it.
They stay on it. They lied to stay on it.
And it becomes generational.
And then
the
they
grandma own it, then the mama own it, then the grandkids own it.
They
and
pass it down.
They pass it down.
It's generational.
They
But
pass
I mean,
it down.
my mom was the bougie auntie, so she was the bougie. I didn't know we was poor. I didn't know that we didn't. I thought we was rich as kids. Like she made the shit. We had Section 8, but we never stayed in the hood. She always took her Section 8 to the suburbs. We had nice townhouses. Everywhere we went, no gang violence, nothing like that. So she was good on that respect. Good use of her money. I didn't know that we didn't have money. Like I said, the only difference would be like the kids had Jordans, and I didn't. And when I would get them, I couldn't get them. I mean, when I would ask for them, I couldn't get them. So that to me was like a sign of we ain't got no money. Like I can't get Jordans, we ain't got no money, right? But it was like couldn't nobody come to our house until we didn't have no money. The cars, Mama had a convertible Cabriolet, a white one with white leather interior when we was kids. So it didn't equate, it didn't match up that Looking back, our living room furniture was like green leather sofas and shit with the recliners on them. We got them from the Macy's outlet. But in my head, motherfucker, we got green leather. We had a deck. She didn't have that ghetto shit. Walk in somebody's house, you can tell cheap discount furniture store furniture.
Well, I met moms. Moms is very, very classy. She kind of remind me of what I'm gonna be when I get older, because honestly, I was always on Section 8,
Baby, that lady came a
we
long
didn't
way.
stay in the hood. Like I always made sure we was in like 3-bedroom houses, single houses. Look like, baby, I may be on Section 8. I own this. I never gotta go nowhere. So they really didn't know until just certain parts of my life. But I met your mom. Mom keep a she keep a Birkin.
She gonna keep a Birkin.
She
a
keep
Chanel,
a Birkin.
Louis. But that's
She
now,
gonna
so,
keep a Richard Mille on.
Yeah.
She keep her guns.
Yeah.
Mom's is different, and she's so cool. She's so cool. And I think she's relatable because of what we're learning together here now.
Well, not only that, to transition from the Section 8 situation, the county situation, the food stamp, all that stuff, to today where she owns a home in California, owns a home in Texas, owns a home in D.C. I don't even know where she at now. She goes. She's somewhere, probably on a plane now. Owns her own businesses. So to go from that to this and be a single mom of 3 children.
I was just about to ask, where was that?
That's why when I see females that have 1 or 2 kids, or even 3 kids, or even 4 kids, and they use that as a crutch and the excuses why they can't get ahead. It's like that should be. I would think that that's more, but I lived it.
Yeah.
And my mother was a very strong woman. So when I see these weak individuals today, my mama didn't need a man till this day.
So where was that?
You said where was Dad?
Yeah. My guess is good as yours.
You don't know where your dad was? Where was he?
I know exactly where he was.
I remember when Dad died.
Do you?
I do.
Oh.
We was in the
happened
Four
with-
Seasons, me and him, and he got a call. Dad died.
We had just left Zulu Ball.
Yeah.
Because they called me when I was walking out the door of the convention center.
And because I know he's such a tough cookie, I'm like, he just trying to stay strong in front of us. Like, I felt really bad. And child, I don't know what you're so sad for.
We walked right off the convention center, my phone rang, and I knew it was something because my brother called. It was like 2 a.m. when
Yeah.
we left out, and he called me, and we come out. He called me and was like, "Oh, I was just calling to tell you, Dad died." I said, "Oh, okay."
You didn't even make it to
Did
the
you go to the
funeral, did
funeral?
you? No.
If you made it, I made it.
And I think some of my children gonna have the same.
I just don't like no deadbeat nigga.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I did, like it's a deadbeat. I even tell the fathers of the children who go to my childcare center, like, do not be a deadbeat dad. And a lot of people have had deadbeat moms, deadbeat dads, and they're yearning for that love for that baby. Fuck that man. I and I mean that, like, to the my last words to him was, fuck you, you can't do shit for me, and the only thing you can do is die and leave me as a beneficiary on your life insurance. That's all you can fucking do.
Did
for
he
me.
And he
that?
did.
He did? Did you
I
get
think
the
he
life
made
insurance?
himself a beneficiary and had his own policy.
Really?
He did. Very
Did you
smart
at least
man.
bury the man?
No, he didn't deserve it. But let's dive.
And I'll say this, I can't even. He was never mean to me. In the few times that I interacted with him as an adult, he was not mean. He just in his adult life.
How old were you when he left home?
When who left home?
Your dad. He was
Who
never
left
there?
home? When my mama left.
Oh, your
Baby,
mama.
that lady had that man order all brand new furniture.
Mm-hmm.
That man went to work one day. She packed all that shit up and left.
Oh, that was
She
smart.
knew her worth.
Left.
She knew her worth. Okay.
Yep.
So I ready to dive
But
into the
I want to
question.
clear this up
Well, I
real
mean,
quick
have
though.
we-
He was never, though he was an absentee father, he was never like I didn't know him that well to even know what he was. But from what I hear from my brothers that he was there for, I mean, he was cool. Now that man out his mouth told me that I should be lucky that he was not in my life because the kids whose life he was in didn't turn out to be shit. Now I felt like that was fucked up. So
That's some real
honest,
shit.
yeah.
Probably wasn't the.
yeah, but I feel like
It wasn't the message. It was the messenger.
Well, I just feel like you raise these boys to be what they are, and now that you know you did a fucked up job, I feel like you should be now getting even more into their life to assist in
Probably was too
reversing
late.
some of that.
Grown folks, Probably was
Yeah.
kind of too late. But you came out lucky. Your mom is great.
Yeah, fast
Yes.
forward, you're successful.
First child, first grandchild, first nephew.
First multi-millionaire of the family.
Well, I won't say that because I think my grandfather be trying to play coy. I think he be trying to downplay.
Oh.
Yeah, that man just turned 92 and went and bought him a new Range Rover, so
Yeah, he do.
he grandpa don't play.
92 years old with a brand new Range Rover. And didn't he get a
I ain't gonna ride with him, but
Didn't he get a Genesis also?
yeah, he got a brand new Genesis.
Yes, these people is just going car for car.
Every 2 years he get a new car.
Yes.
He's
so-
always been like that.
So,
So I've seen success. I'll say that. He used to get up every morning, go to work, suited and
so
booted.
you had motivation.
Yeah, but that's
In
why
a male
It sounds
perspective.
like-
that's
you had a
why I didn't
lot
have
of
that loss
motivation.
of a father because my grandparents was, and my mom was going to work
Yeah.
here. Everybody in my family's worked, so
Yeah.
to see that,
I mean, that is LA. In LA, I heard like really, really great things about
better
people
work.
coming from LA.
work or prostitute, you got to do one.
Yeah, you got to do something.
You got to do
So
Well,
to
I want
dive-
to get into your success. Let's get into that.
Yeah, dive into these questions.
Yeah,
I
let's get
want.
into the success because that's what they want to know about.
Yeah, they
How
want to
did
know.
it happen? Where did you start?
Working for the state of California.
See, my question is, what made you get into the childcare industry? Is it your love for children?
So I wanted to be a school teacher. I wanted to be a school teacher growing up, all through like my young years, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. I wanted to be a school teacher. I used to build houses out of, not houses. I used to build houses and schools out of shoeboxes when I was a kid. I'm gonna build one day, so y'all can see what I'm talking about. I used to make all the furniture out of Legos and get little popsicle sticks and make all the furniture, all that kind of stuff. And then I got grown, well, not grown, in high school. That's when I realized, oh, so that's how much teachers make in public school. And that's just not the lifestyle that I want to live. And then I've never been a rule follower. So I'm like, let me just create the school, hire the teachers so they can do what they want to do, be creative in the classroom and teach the children how they want to teach the children. And I've always tried my best to try to pay my teachers as much as I possibly can. Matter of fact, they're getting a raise next month, actually. So yeah, that's how it started. I want to be a teacher.
So you
wanted to be
have
a
a
teacher.
daycare. Well, you have a school,
I have
multiple
5
schools, and you also have a lot of property, $1 million Airbnbs.
Yes. 5 schools, 1 elementary school, 7 Airbnbs now. Getting ready to be 8 actually. Oh, I didn't tell you that.
Yeah, you just went and look earlier, right?
But not
That's
just
it?
Airbnbs,
No,
$1
this is
million
one of them I'm in
Airbnbs,
escrow for right now.
$1 million Airbnbs.
Yes, million plus. I don't buy them under $1 million. Million plus. And I just started that journey 2 years ago?
Yeah, you started it. I remember.
Is that when we
It
went?
was like,
Okay, that was when we
yeah.
started?
And he's on number 8 already. That is very impressive, especially because you're not getting your average Airbnb. You know, you're getting multi-million-dollar Airbnbs on the hills and shit in different states. So to watch you grow so drastically in the Airbnb chain, everybody want to know how. Like,
First of
how?
all, were there like any obstacles early on, like when you first
With the
started?
Airbnb situation?
Yeah.
So not really, because I'd already been investing in real estate. I've always known, like I've learned, unfortunately, I hate to even say this name right now. In looking at Donald Trump and Oprah and the people that had money, I used to just study the people that had money. Like, what
Yeah.
are y'all doing? Even when I didn't have the money, I would study, like, what do y'all do? How do you get it? What's in your portfolio?
So y'all heard what he said, right? He said he studied people with money. You didn't hate on the people with money, right?
No, hell no.
You didn't resent the people with money, right? You studied the people with money.
You have to study the people that you aspire to be a version of. Not the
Like
people that you
that.
want to be like, that you aspire to be a version of. So
I think that's great advice.
Oprah was always a bossed up black woman in front of all these people. Everybody respected. Donald Trump was always a bossed up businessman that everybody respected. Back then. Back then. Not present day Donald Trump.
But one thing I will say about him, you don't have to, he gonna demand his respect. And if you don't
yeah.
give it to him, he gonna disrespect your ass back.
Yeah, that man batshit crazy.
Yeah, it
man.
is what, yeah.
He
So,
batshit crazy. That's the
That's
one
you.
thing. That's the one thing. That's the
studied him.
one thing that I can actually say about Donald Trump. He's gonna say what the fuck he mean. He's gonna do what he says.
and I think
that's where you get it from?
Yeah, that's where you get it from. Cause
Not
that's
from
you.
Donald.
You studied him.
I studied his success.
Yeah.
And I always look at successful people's portfolios. So in their portfolio, every successful person, they weren't the only two, but every single successful person I looked at, their portfolio had a lot of real estate in it. So it was like, I don't know why. Back then, of course, I'm like, I don't know why they have a lot of real estate. I used to think in my head, Oprah got 8 houses in all these different states. Like, why does she need 8 houses? It didn't make sense. But she did it, so it's something I need to do. I need to duplicate these successful things. That's what I did.
You did a great job.
But I started off
You
at
did an
little
amazing
houses first.
job.
You're doing a great
$100,000,
job.
$200,000 houses. Buy one this year, one in the next 3 years, one in the next 5. I think that's where a lot of people get it twisted. They see this as overnight success. I've been buying houses since I was 22.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just turned 28 the other day. So
32, I
32,
thought.
I thought
32.
you said.
Yeah,
32.
yeah.
So
You gotta remember, you know.
you gotta remember your
Hard
life.
to remember a lot.
Well, no, he did say that he feels
I feel
28.
30. Yeah, I feel 28.
Yeah.
But then there's a little gray here, so we had to up
He's
it to
giving you
32.
32.
Yeah, okay. All right. So,
What
Come on,
fancy
pull
say?
out one of your
What
questions.
fancy say?
I don't
Uh-huh.
Yeah, But outside of your success, for people that follow you on social media, they
Hilton Hotel as well. I'm sorry, I forgot.
Hilton Hotel. Yeah.
yeah.
How could you leave
That
that
is
out?
It'll
a
be
big-
open. We're projecting August of 20. We're 25 now, right? August
Yeah.
2025. I'm thinking November, but yeah, it'll be
Hilton
open to roll.
Hotel.
Owner
Owner.
of Hilton
Say that, yeah.
Hotel.
Yes.
We're sitting here with one of the owners of Hilton Hotel. My friend, your bestie, my bestie, like
Your
this,
millionaire bestie.
my millionaire bestie. Yes,
Get it
correct
right.
me when I ain't got it
Hopefully,
right.
Billionaire best.
Yeah, soon,
Shortly.
soon to be, soon to be. That's what you're working on. So, tell us.
Well, because
How-
of all of these things that you do, daycare here, Airbnbs there, Hilton Hotel, you travel a lot.
A hell of a lot.
Yes,
Too
and you
much.
seem to love it.
Not
But that
really.
just brings me to
This
business
question.
success, traveling, relationship.
That was this question.
How do you
How do I
balance?
what?
How do you? Is there a relationship?
There's nothing about it.
You're single?
I
So-
am single and ready to mingle, Chris Kringle.
Are you really
Ooh, we
ready
should
to mingle?
probably-
I am.
Do you want to do like a speed date or something like that?
I don't
Should we-
think he's ready to mingle
Why not?
because everybody we get him to mingle with, he
You won't say
run
that on
off.
here? Because I'm going to tell the truth if that's what you
Tell
want to
the
do.
truth.
You said I
That's,
run, you
this
said I
is
run off?
ToasTeas.
Is that what you said?
You run them off because you have such high standards.
First off, let's start here. I ain't ran nobody off.
What
Now we may
happened? Tell us. That's what we're here
we
for.
may disconnect, but you're not getting ran off.
Okay, so tell us what
So
it is.
They are usually the.
I'll say this: everybody that y'all has introduced me to still calls this phone.
Okay.
I mean, everybody that you introduce us to as your ex still calls your phone.
So that should tell you something. Huh?
I don't know.
That should tell you
It
something.
tells
Huh?
us that, to me, it tells me that you're toxic and they like it.
No, I'm not toxic.
you
We ran up on one in the club. Well, you ran up on one in the club yesterday.
yesterday I did.
I did.
That motherfucker came right over
Well,
our
you ran
section
up
and
on-
Yesterday I
started explaining.
did, and y'all thought I was lying about what he said. One thing about Brooke, she never lied.
No, so the thing is, when I,
Creamer, please.
creamer, please. You want more creamer?
Sweetener, please.
More coffee. No, so, okay, relationships. You don't really have time for relationships.
You make time for what you.
I knew he was gonna say that.
Yeah, I make time for what I want to make time for.
Because you got to remember, he's a boss. You know, and
There's
when I say a boss, he's the head of his chain. He could really maneuver how he wants.
And to that, I'm gonna say this. As my friend, name one event that you've invited me to that I haven't showed up to.
I can't. I cannot.
You show up.
She can't, my friends can't, my family can't, the people that I date can't. No matter how busy I am, if I need to get there, I'm getting
You're
there.
going to show up.
Yeah.
So that's
He make me feel bad sometimes as a friend because I would miss out on certain things, and because he's so strong.
But your life is way more complicated than his.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
he
you have 4
knows.
kids.
He knows
Yeah.
that when it comes to he thinks because I have available sitters at all times.
You have a
When
good
it comes
team.
to my kids, I have a great team, great family.
Yeah, you got a
So
damn
when
good
it
team.
comes, I mean the best. Shout out to my family. I love y'all
You
so
have a
much.
wonderful team.
But when it comes to my team, he knows I can get up and go as I please. But I don't like to get up and go as I please because I
Right.
love to spend time with my kids.
Right.
So even though I can, I don't
Yeah.
because I like to be home. So it's certain things I'll miss, and we got past it, but he didn't understand, and he tried to crucify me for it. And I really did feel bad because he don't miss a thing. He don't miss a beat. But that's the friend you are, and I truly appreciate you for being that friend. But you do have to understand, a single parent of 4 kids, she gonna
Girl,
miss something.
we know you'll get
But
into
we're
your
saying
damn life.
that to
All
say-
all my friends got kids,
We're
so I
saying
get
that
it.
to say,
And I actually like that you like to be at home with your children as well.
you do have time for relationships.
You like to be home with them too.
You like
He
to be
love
home-
my kids. My kids all in his kitchen.
Baby,
Love them. He do.
them child love them children. They're very active.
Very active. And Zay's your favorite.
Say, Lord, that headache. That child is a headache. That child know your headache.
So that it's safe to say you have time for anything you want to make time
Yes,
for,
absolutely.
including relationships.
Absolutely.
So why aren't you in one?
Because
So we were saying that, where you were saying he has a lot of like expectations, I guess, for relationships.
Very
I
high
really-
standards.
I really
So I
don't.
just want to say
What's-
it because one day I asked you this question, and you answered it when I asked about your assistant. Tell them the rules for an assistant. If someone wants to be your assistant, what are the rules?
My personal assistant?
Yes. They can't have. They have to.
Yeah, I can answer that. They can't have kids. They can't
have a
have.
relationship.
Oh.
They can't be in a relationship. They can't.
What are the rules to be a personal assistant
No children.
of yours?
Single. No serious relationship.
Could move whenever.
Can move around whenever. What else?
What happens if they get into a serious relationship?
Well, you can get into that and grow into that. When you first start, you can't because I'm not your number one priority. I'm not your top priority.
And you have to be.
What we are doing, because it's not just me doing it, what we are doing, we need to be each other's top priority. And my assistants will tell you that. Like, once they get into it, they're like, oh, yeah, ain't no way in hell I could. I just called my assistant yesterday. I was like, hey, we got to fly to Arizona next week. She's all right, just book tickets.
And with a relationship, that'd be hard to do.
With kids.
In a relationship with the right person, it's not
Yeah,
gonna be
because
hard
you
to
know,
do.
I couldn't move, and that was the reason why I missed a lot of stuff in our beginning stages of friends because I couldn't move. I was in a relationship, and I couldn't just move around like that. So I get why you don't want your assistant.
With the right person, you can move around. Because I
Yeah.
feel like when I get in a relationship, let's say, for instance, I get in a relationship and we do have children, one of my contractual, can't no child come in this house if we ain't got a nanny. There has to be 2 nannies. 2 full-time nannies have to be at this house. not to say that I'm not going to raise my children, but 2 full-time nannies need to be here because I don't want nothing in your life to stop and ain't shit in my life getting ready to stop. However, we still need to enjoy the family unit. So when we traveling, there's no excuse as to why we can't travel.
Okay, Kim
Even
K.
if we got to
Kim
let's
K.
say-
I
let's
mean,
say,
she
for
has
instance-
full nannies, and she spent a lot of time with her kids.
and them children is unruly and out of line. We was in crustaceans eating one day in Beverly Hills. Them kids came, I heard Kanye and them.
I
came there
think
with
she
them kids.
expressed that her kids
Baby,
are
them
bad.
children ain't got no home training.
Yeah, I think they blame it more on Courtney kids, but I think they kind of say that they have some wild kids.
Them children was in that 5-star restaurant all climbing under the table.
Kids
knocking
are
shit over.
kids. They're gonna be kids.
Then don't bring them now. Them kids should have been in Red Lobster.
No,
Yes.
not a billionaire's kid.
The way they was based on that behavior.
Okay.
They should have been outside, actually. Shouldn't even
So
be in
you're
a
very
restaurant.
like particular with who you spend time with. You're very particular about who is able to be around. Like,
Extremely.
yeah, you have a very it was in actually Me Versus Me. I was reading something in your book. I think it's choose your friends wisely.
Extremely wisely.
So how do you choose your friends?
So I'm an all-in person. I'm just gonna go all in at the end of the day. I'm gonna go all in, and I get people. And actually, y'all may or may not be able to vouch for what I'm getting ready to say. I don't go into my friendships or relationships with any expectation. I come in as me. And what I feel about me is once I start hanging with you, you get extremely comfortable. And that's what I want. I want people to get extremely comfortable. Because when you first meet somebody, most people got their guards up.
You think I had mine up?
When y'all first met?
I don't feel like your guard was up when we first met. I feel like it was just like, oh, okay, he's cool. We're just gonna see how this go. I don't know nothing about
I
him
think I
much.
came in comfortable.
Yeah, I feel like you fell asleep. But I feel like I'm gonna come in my authentic self. This is me. I got friends all the way from preschool that'll tell you, oh, that's him. That's who he is.
Yeah.
So once you get comfortable with you, then they bring out their true colors start showing up. So a lot of my friends would get upset because they like, you just bringing them people around. I said, calm down. If they for me, they're gonna be for me. If they not, they're gonna fall off.
Yeah.
And some fall off, but most stay. I'll say that. How I met her.
The person he introduced, the person that introduced us actually fell off.
Yeah. How did she fall off?
Wait, was she friends with both of y'all? And fell
She
off?
was friends with him.
She introduced
That was
us.
his friend.
And she's no longer your friend?
No. And it's actually because he chose me. Let me tell you what happened. So
Is that what really happened? Because look at your face.
Well, she keeps saying
Correct
that.
me if I'm
She
wrong.
always does this. That was his friend. That was his
That
friend.
was
That
her
was his
friend.
friend.
But you knew her as well?
I knew of her.
Okay, 'cause
and
it
we
knows how to
ended
make
up
the
on my live.
connection.
She
Well, she
ended
made
up
it
on my
seem like
live.
y'all was best of friends.
I never
'Cause
knew
she was
her.
our
No,
friend
I
and-
never hung out with her. I never had her phone number. I never went anywhere with her. Instagram, that was it, and we had the same hairstylist.
Okay.
That's it. So
Y'all
I
had the same
never.
hairstylist?
Yeah, Trap both did our hair.
Okay.
That's when I was wearing the frontals and stuff. Remember?
Them baby hairs.
So I was live talking about the top is lonely. I was talking about, not too many people is at the top. And when you get up here, you want to pull people with you because it's lonely up here. And she was on a live and she was saying, she was agreeing. And I was like, come up here and tell, the audience your story. She came up and then he came on a live because he followed her.
This was the same day?
Yes.
See, she had been told me about you. No, seriously.
Okay, well, this
because
moment of truth. This moment of truth. So
Good things, though. She told me wonderful things.
probably because she knew of me.
Right.
She
I'm
was like-
popular.
Yeah, she had told me you had wonderful. She did. I will definitely give her that.
Wonderful
She
what?
definitely spoke great. She said had good things to say. She said you was new money.
Nothing personal though, right? Like kids, family. Because she didn't know me like that personally.
I think she knew the extent of your relationship.
Whatever
like
I put on
like the
social
internet
media.
Did. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So because she came up on my live, he was able to see her live because he followed her. Then he started commenting. She knew he was at the top. So you come up here and tell us, your opinion. And he came up, and then we immediately clicked.
You and him.
Yeah, I fell asleep. What made him draw to me is, as everybody on the live, I was drinking on the live, and because I'm always be myself, my authentic self. And I was drinking on the live, and I fell asleep on the live, and the next day everybody had to tell me about it, and he was one. And we never departed ever since.
Yeah.
And then she did some snake shit and tried to go flirt with one of my children's father. Actually, Steph. And he came and
Zay's
told
dad.
me. Zay's dad. Yeah, everybody
only
knew him as Steph.
Okay.
He came and told her and he had the receipts.
He had the receipts. And I told him and sent him the receipts. And he thought if she'll do that to her, she'll do it to me. So that's what he mean by choose your friends wisely. Like if I see somebody in a circle, you know that, do some certain things towards you, what makes me special?
Right.
So that's where he came off at. And it wasn't like him questioning her like, and we're talking about Kim, you guys. You know I like the name drop. It wasn't him. What? Y'all, this ToasTeas. I'm the T. So he didn't question her on it because he had the proof. He just knew.
But I didn't even talk to you about it.
No, he didn't. I was like, where Kim been?
There was no.
And he was like, girl, child, after she did you, what she did you.
So here's the thing.
And Kim
though.
don't even know that I know that. She probably would know with this episode.
My thing is like this.
She
I'm
was
a
literally
person of
trying to
actions.
get him to go to Ruth Chris and upstairs and have sex and everything. And he was like, Mook, don't you got a husband? I was like, fuck the husband part. She supposed to be cool with me now.
That's what I was gonna ask. So this was because initially y'all weren't cool. She was just lying, saying that y'all were cool.
So yeah, once the
once
lie
y'all
came,
got cool, after y'all got cool, she tried to mess with your baby daddy.
yeah,
But we were all decently cool at that point.
yeah, we started traveling together.
Yeah, they came to Houston to see me and everything.
We was doing a slumber party and
Yeah.
everything.
Is she in this book?
She is in that book. She
I
was
thought
actually
I
at
saw
one
her
of the
in
meet
this
verses.
book.
But she was a cool. I'm not gonna even front. Kim was a cool. She was a
I
cool.
think
she
so,
was a
too.
cool vibe. She
I
was
think
a really
so.
So
cool
not to
vibe.
downplay the friendship, she was cool, but she was.
I think
However,
so,
I
too.
believe this.
I
I'm a
think she was
person
cool.
of. I'm an actions person, right?
Yeah.
So you being cool was based on our talks and everything, right?
Right.
So you were real cool. We could sit on the phone, chop it up. Come in my city, come in your city, chop it up, whatnot. So that's cool, right? But then your actions also have to back up you being cool.
Yeah.
What you did wasn't cool.
No.
Which is
And
what
it-
she did to her.
Yes, and I saw it. I literally saw the proof.
And then
that you did
and
this.
then the whole time.
And is that
she
when you
was-
cut her off? Y'all stopped, or did y'all continue?
No,
the
there
friendship?
was no
It just
conversation.
different?
Brooke don't even know. Like once I saw it, there was no conversation I need to have with Brooke. There was no conversation I need to have with Kim. At the end of the day,
You made your
I saw how
decision?
you operate,
At the
and
end
it was
of the
some
day,
snake
the day
shit.
had to
So,
end.
and it ended that day.
So I do
I
want
just
to
don't do that
say.
because if you did it to her, and even though that was that part,
Like, who am I?
if you did some snake shit to her, you'll eventually do some snake shit
And
to me
not
because you're a
only
snake.
not only was it me, Steph made me realize that his girlfriend now and her went to school together and they was friends too. And the whole conversation, she kept bringing us two up. Like, your baby mama, me and your baby mama cool. Me and your baby mama,
she was
Brooke
trying
your
to
baby
be-
mama. And that's what made me more mad because you went in it with intention, ill intentions. Like, why are you constantly bringing me up if you trying to hit this dude? Now, mind you, that's the first baby daddy. So we so old. Anybody mess with him, it's cool. But he said she turned me out because she just kept talking about you. Like, and I was like, that was weird. So moving forward, I just unfollowed her. And it wasn't more of, oh, you trying to mess with my man. It was more of you playing with me. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. So I just knew we couldn't really move forward. And then when we came out here for the sleepover, a lot of shit happened too.
I knew she was going. I knew she was.
What happened at the sleepover?
I knew.
Let's
I
talk
had
about
breezed through them coming to Houston and having
Yeah.
when she said the slumber party and she just kept going. I was like, oh, she don't remember. Keep going.
No, I do remember.
What
I do
happened?
remember. And this is actually juicy.
What happened?
So juicy. So we all came for the sleepover. And the sleepover was supposed to be just that.
It was supposed to be a
We
business
were
sleepover.
a business sleepover. We
Yeah.
were supposed to pour into each other.
Stay at my house. They was all coming down here. They was going to stay at my house for the weekend. We
No
weren't going
plans
out.
on going out.
We wasn't doing. Everybody was literally even when they was talking about what they was going to pack, it was like, who gives a fuck? We just going to be at the house. It was supposed to be that.
Yeah, pajamas. I pour into you, tell you how I got where I got, give you some insights on the e-commerce world, because obviously that's what I'm in. He's into the school system,
Real estate.
real estate, and I don't even think he was really into real estate as much as like.
No, I didn't
No,
have
so it was
Airbnbs
more
back
of the schools and
What was she into?
she's into fashion, like the boutiques. She had a boutique.
Okay.
A
And who
boutique.
else was at the party?
Who else was at the party? It was just
Sierra, hairstylist.
Oh, that's right. She left all that fucking red hair all over my goddamn guest bedroom.
So the thing was to put on some pajamas and pour into each other's what we lack at. Look, like, I can learn from you, you learn from me. We was even supposed to invite another friend of yours that didn't come. But India. Well, Kim didn't want India invited because she paid India for for promo, and India refunded her money, and yeah, so it was some type of.
But that's one thing about that baby, that bitch India. She didn't play with refunding.
Yeah, she refunded her. She didn't try to keep it at all. It was like,
baby, India will hit that refund button
She
quickly.
hit the refund button. She did. So Kim felt the way and didn't want her. But I felt like India was needed because she's a very, very, very smart girl, and I know it was a lot we could have learned from her and also poured into her.
I follow her on Instagram. I don't know her, but she does seem very resourceful. Very
So
smart.
she is that social.
Yeah.
She's about that social media life for
Yeah.
sure. She's
So,
definitely about
So
social
she didn't
media.
show up to the party.
I don't know why she
We
didn't. Show up to
we
the-
didn't invite her. Y'all told me not to invite her.
India?
Yeah.
Well, has she
'Cause
already
Kim
done that
felt
snake?
the way.
Has she already done that snake shit to me?
No.
we
No,
talking
y'all
about?
was still cool.
But I would
you had
have
her-
not invited her if she didn't do
You
that.
said
'cause
you
that-
didn't want Kim to feel uncomfortable,
Oh.
which was understandable.
Not understandable because
Not
I
for
would have
me.
invited India.
But
before I invited Kim.
and that leads me to say what I want to say as I go
ahead.
forward. Like, I didn't invite somebody that I thought was necessary to be at this
don't think me and
sleepover
India was on-
because
on-
of how you would feel, right? India was not invited. I'm telling you that because you was worried about how Kim was going to feel. Kim, what's the name of her boutique? Just in case they don't know what Kim I'm talking about.
Let's find her in the book. Maybe she talk about it in the book.
Glam or something?
I don't know. I was about to say.
Glam Up?
I was about to say
It's,
Big Kimbo, but I don't know what the name of it
Oh,
is.
she's an author of Beyond Boss, owner of Glam Up Boutique.
Glam Up? Glam Her Up.
Glam
Boutique.
her up. Boutique.
And people need to understand this. We were this cool.
Yeah, y'all had to be pretty cool for her to
we-
make the book. Am I in the
Look
book?
at Trish. You're not in the book.
No, you're not in the book. This is when I
Okay.
had this was a part of my Me versus Me conference.
Oh, right. That was when I first met you.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Okay. So they were pretty cool. They was cool enough to where I couldn't invite India because he didn't want to make her feel uncomfortable, which was cool. We don't want, you know.
Oh,
you
wait,
didn't-
so wait a minute. So back. India was your friend first.
No, India was his friend, but I admire India from afar, and I knew that they had a relationship to where
Okay.
she could have been invited.
Okay, got
And
it.
I knew from a business standpoint, from just a person that knows what she knows about a girl's girl, a boss like India, I think if we're going to pour into each other, she's needed.
Right.
But because India didn't have no issues, Kim did, and he didn't want his friend to
I-
feel uncomfortable.
You were closer with Kim than you were with India.
But
at
here it
the time.
is. Remember I said, when I'm on the outs with somebody, I really don't say nothing. India had already done snake foul shit, and I just hadn't said nothing yet.
Okay.
So I was okay with Kim feeling how she felt because Kim couldn't have made that decision whether India was going to come or not. That wasn't going to be a decision that Kim was going to be able to make.
Okay.
So it was already some foul stuff that had went on when we was in New Orleans prior
Between
to
you and
that even
India.
happening. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So there was already some snake foul stuff that went on. So it was very easy for Kim to say she didn't want it. It was all right.
All right,
Plus
so
everybody
what
that came
happened,
around
what
didn't
happened
really like
at
India's
the
energy.
slumber party?
It didn't happen.
It didn't
The
happen.
fucking slumber party didn't happen.
Because?
And that's where I got ticked off at. Because Kim got a phone call. Okay, first of all, Kim love hookah. She love hookah. She want to smoke hookah. I thought we was going to smoke hookah at the slumber party, the sleepover. But they decided, out of nowhere, let's go out. And I'm like, I
Forget
really...
the reason we're here. Let's
Forget
just go
the
out.
fuck the reason we're here. Let's go out.
And she's saying that. My thing was I was going with the flow of, because she's right. We were supposed to be there for a business
And
show.
you're not like that. You're like, let's stick to the program.
Yes, but this is their
That's
first
why I
time.
felt so played, girl.
This is their first time in my home, and I'm just rolling with the flow. So when Kim said hookah, it's like, okay, cool, hookah. She didn't say, oh, absolutely not. We came here for this. So I'm just rolling with let's just roll with it.
Because I am a team player. You know that.
Yeah.
You know that. I'm like, whatever way the wind blow, it is what it is. So because I'm a team player, and that's just what I do, I was like, okay, it ain't gonna kill me. If it ain't gonna kill me, it ain't gonna hurt my children or my pockets, let's do it. I'm with it. You know, I'm not the party pooper. I'm not the one that's gonna just ruin the party.
Oh, how we wish she could have just ruined the party.
Yeah, because I ruined it after.
You ruined it after?
No, I didn't. I think they just played on me, girl. When you hear this, you might just be mad with him.
I want to hear it. Let
It's
me
a
hear
long
it.
story, and I don't want to cut into this hour, but let me make it quick without the interruptions. So what happened was Kim wanted to go smoke hookah. She seen on social media that one of the people she looked up to was also in town, which is Black Tatted. At the time, I was mad with Black Tatted because me and Black Tatted had formed a close friendship.
You guys were friends, yeah.
We was getting really, really close. And we had like a mutual, I'm gonna say enemy, a mutual enemy, because the things that was taking place, you could consider her as an enemy. And it was times that even though I'm gonna say a mutual person we didn't like, not an enemy, because as an enemy, I wouldn't even shout this person out. Like Black had this event, and I was saying a speech, and in the speech I shouted out everybody who was winning, every boss, and in the speech I just felt like with Black, he was opening the doors for the men, because you know you got the B. Maries, is what I said, the Supers, the Brooks, to teach these girls, but we didn't have a Black for the men. Mm-hmm. And when I said that, B. Marie went on social media, Twitter, with her Twitter fingers, and tweeted she wasn't even invited to a certain place, but people started mentioning her name, paying draft. And Black sent it to me the next morning and was like, this is why I didn't want you to mention her name. Don't ever mention her name at my party. Fuck this bitch, yeah. And I was like, well, it wasn't nothing bad. I didn't say anything bad. I just was speaking facts. Yeah, I was like, I don't know why somebody could say something so positive and make it negative. However, we had so many similarities on why we didn't see eye to eye with this particular person. And
you and him.
Me and Black had so many similarities on why we didn't had a relationship with B. Marie. Mm-hmm. And he made it worse than I felt it was. Like, don't ever mention her name. Like, if you're going to be my friend,
you wasn't
can't.
even really that pressed about it, but he was.
I'm never
more.
pressed.
Yeah.
Never pressed about, people. Because you never know what you could come from. So you don't want to dig it too deep, Right. Mm-hmm. So, and just like what I'm about to say, you never know what you could come from.
Right.
Next thing you know, I see him in the sections and on camera, and
they besties.
They besties all of a sudden, and I don't know anything about this. Like, nothing. All last I know is you got mad with me because I mentioned her name. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, now at this point, I feel like it's fake, right? So
you're playing both sides. You know I don't fuck with her, and you said you don't fuck with
yes,
her. Now all of a sudden
I don't even know what the conversation is about that over there.
Right.
Because I knew what it was over here.
Yeah.
And it wasn't pretty. So
yeah.
Like I ain't gonna do that.
Yeah.
So as Kim wanting to go out and smoke hookah, she reached out to Black, and I'm telling them I'm not gonna feel comfortable around Black because I haven't had the conversation with him. I don't desire to have the conversation with him. I'm the type of person, I just fall back. I don't give a fuck. Like, I fall back without a word.
You're just now learning to talk about it.
Yeah, I'm learning that through therapy. Shout out to my therapist.
Shout out to her therapist.
Please, thank
so
God
I'm the type of person that will silently just whatever, because when I see it is what it is, it's no reason, I have no desire to go back and forth for what I see. What else could you tell me?
He basically showed you what.
Yeah, what else?
You can't tell me. You hanging around.
Yeah, and you're grown. You can do whatever you want. But for me, I just know the conversations we had, and I don't see how this taking place. Yeah. So I'm going to just go about my way.
You should have been as loud as you was with the distaste for this person as you are with me when you hang with him now.
But you did say you don't like to go too far because you never know what you can come back from. So it's not that he came back from it, because that's what it sounds like happened. He came back from whatever their issue was. It's just that he didn't communicate that with you.
He didn't communicate it with me, and
That's
I
what
was
I'm saying.
blindsided.
You should have been as loud with the reconciliation, that friendship, as you was for
dismantling.
Yeah,
because I thought we was real friends, So that's something you could have communicated. I learned from the internet, and it was just so shocking. Like, y'all almost got in a fight, and y'all, whatever. I'ma just exit the room. But Kim knew that I wouldn't feel comfortable. Same way she said she wouldn't feel comfortable around India. She knew I wouldn't feel comfortable around him. And I expressed that.
She did.
And they lied to me and act like he wasn't gonna be there. We end up at the club.
Who lied to you? I didn't know that man was gonna be there.
Well, didn't I make it clear that I didn't want to be
No, you
around him
did.
and I would feel uncomfortable?
You did.
We pulled up at the club. He walked to the car to open the door. He don't know me and him got an issue, so he like, what's up, Brooke? And I'm just like, I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. So we end up in the same section. And Kim just acting like she didn't just hear what the fuck I say. Like, I respected you enough to not even try to reach out to India because it was you being comfortable mattered. And now, first of all, we're not supposed to be in a club. Second of all, I told you I'm going to feel uncomfortable. And you have no regards to my feelings, but here, I put my feelings on the side for y'all. Not only did I put my feelings on the side for them, I ended up in a section with this person.
No, you didn't come in the club.
I did. This is when you was telling people you was the owner of the parking lot and we was outside forever and I was outside with you. I'm like,
You
y'all
own the
go
parking
ahead.
lot?
You're right.
I'm
You're
like,
right.
y'all go ahead. So
Did you own the parking lot?
Kim and Sierra even left us. Kim a big groupie. So she was flocking behind Black. And she left us outside and went in the section with Black and Hart and Sierra, which was cool because I stood behind because I'm like, y'all really putting me in this predicament. And y'all really, if I would have never been sleeping by him and I would have had a hotel,
You'd have been gone.
I'd have caught an Uber and left. But I'm with these motherfuckers that don't have no regards for my feelings. So we finally get in the club and Black was trying to talk to me because he didn't know we had an issue. But I disregarded it. Like, I ignored it. I did. Next thing you know, these motherfuckers so drunk and so lit, they're like, let's go to the next club. I'm like, I sat there and took this shit. I took this shit at this club, but y'all want me to go to another one? I'm like, boy, I always taking one for the team. Stupid me. Oh, all right, I'm gonna take it. We go to the next club. I'm like, I can't be fake no more.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay in the car. They're like, no, don't stay in the car. Real friends, even though I'm saying I'm gonna stay in the car, you would have been, let's go, y'all. Let's go. She not feeling it. And especially when you know what I said earlier.
Yeah.
She said she would be uncomfortable. She's obviously uncomfortable. If she's saying she's going to sit in the car, that's for us to be comfortable.
we're not leaving her in the
We're
car
not leaving her in the car.
so-
I slept in that car for hours while they was in the club
Hours.
partying.
We was here not too long ago, and where she was at? In the car sleep, but only because she was drunk. It was no issue. She was drunk, tired. And Darren was like, she kept saying, go ahead, just go. Give me an hour. I'm gonna sleep for 30 minutes. I'm gonna sleep for hours. Like, okay, I'm gonna sit here and wait till she wake up. Darren kept calling my phone. Is she up yet? No, she's still out.
Because then it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because then if we leave, she'll be like, well, why did we leave? What? Bitch, you said leave.
I was like, I'm gonna just
I
sit here
don't
with her.
think I would be like, why we leave if I'm asleep?
No, in this situation.
But in that situation, so all of them came out the club ready to go to a third spot. And I'm not even exaggerating. They came out the club even more lit. I'm in the car asleep, they waking me up. Get up. Then Black started talking to me, blah, blah, blah. They lit.
Why did
See,
he
when he
start
talked to
talking
me,
to
I
her?
said, don't talk to, like, I clicked out.
Why did
Because
he
now
talk
I'm
to
mad.
That I would do.
Now I'm
Why?
mad.
No,
And
that's
y'all
what he's
playing, and all
talking
you
about.
motherfuckers playing in my
Yeah.
face.
Yeah.
Y'all want to go to another spot after I was in this car sleep all this time while y'all getting lit. Then y'all getting so lit with a person that I don't want to talk to. Black, you know, he gonna go toe to toe with me too. Girl, you can't tell me get out no car that ain't yours. It was in his G-Wagon. I'm telling Black, get out the car. He telling me you can't put me out a car that's not yours. I'm like, y'all call me an Uber. I'm furious at this point. And Kim, bitch, you is the root of all this. Like, I've been
think she
trying
did
to
it on
maintain. I've been trying to maintain my composure. I'm not gonna say she did it on purpose. Like I said, she's a groupie. She was a groupie. That was her chance. She wasn't about to blow her chance for me.
To be with Black.
To be with Black. Because I seen several messages that she sent Black that confirms that she's a big groupie of his. Yeah. Okay. So me knowing this, I'm like, he don't even fuck with you like that. Like, for real.
Based on the messages.
Based on the messages. He don't even fuck with you like that. So it just was...
Give me a shot.
You need a shot.
Yeah, a real one. So it just was like too much. And it's me as a friend, I would go above and beyond. Could you contest to that?
I could.
For my friends,
Definitely contest to that.
especially for them to be comfortable.
I know that now.
You know that now, okay?
Yes.
I would do anything to make them happy. I'm gonna love on them. I'm just loyal and I'm just very respectful. If it's something going on, I'm gonna introduce it to them, bring it to their attention. We're gonna talk it out as adults. And I just felt like I was blatantly disrespected and disregarded in that moment. Would you agree?
You were, yeah.
No, I agree.
100%.
I agree.
And it's
once
like-
we communicated without the liquor involved, no, I would 1,000%.
But
agree.
see that whole thing with her being in your truck and y'all going from club to club and her being uncomfortable around people, I'll never put myself in that situation. You know.
Yeah, and that's why I said my bag's at his house.
But me either. That's why I always had my own shit. But
Yep.
also, I didn't know her like that.
In my defense, I came out here for a sleepover.
I know.
My
Right,
bag's at his house.
definitely.
I agree.
Yeah.
But
My bag's at
however-
his house. I don't have a room. And then at my point, I was like, you know what? I'm going to just catch an Uber. I'll get my bags another time and just go get in the hotel. And then I'm like, they ain't going to be long. I was playing in my head in the car. I'm going to go to sleep. They're going to be back out. Okay, I can take this. They come
And you
back
didn't even
out.
know he was gonna be invited.
They come back out. We're going to another club. Then you got the security. Black got his big ass security. Who was the one with the dress just standing? I was like, what is you standing in front of me for? Like, it was just a lot going on.
The security standing in front.
It was a lot going on. It was a lot going on. It just was, and yeah,
Yo,
and
we
it
went
was
from,
drunk.
We went from interviewing Darren.
This is about Darren.
This is about Darren. This has a lot to do with you.
This
but
is
I
about
wanted to
Darren
know
and his
more.
friendship with Kim.
Wasn't
Yeah.
even legal to say, now how I get in it?
Nah,
So
I-
after that, I detached myself from Kim, right? Because I'm like, me and him talked it out, and I was able to, hash it out with him well, Kim never apologized. Let's start there. They went in the
never
pool after we got home and was talking about me even more. While I'm
was-
upstairs
who was
asleep.
talking about you?
All of them was in the tub, the hot
Darren
tub,
too?
talking about me, dragging
Who
for
was
me.
who was dragging for you?
I should have let all you hoes go.
No.
I should have let really.
No.
They went outside. There was a different house. They went outside in a hot tub and was talking about me.
No, we
How did you
discussed
know they was talking about
the
you?
situation because
They
Sierra's
recorded it.
Sierra's
Sierra was
messy
my
ass-
friend, but
No,
she
no,
still
no.
was out there letting them talk about me.
No, because she was in there
They
talking.
tried to make it like I was
I didn't have shit to
wrong.
talk about. Her and Kim was sitting in that goddamn jacuzzi
from what I'm
talking.
hearing, nothing you did was wrong.
Thank you.
No. Seriously.
You need a hug?
I do.
Who she sound like? Who she
do.
sound like? That, this
That
is remind
made
me
me
of
so
Zay.
sure.
That's her damn
Zay.
child. That's why I'm feeling sorry for her ass.
Babe. That's why I say you need a hug.
That hurted me so bad. I was crying. Like, I was more of, how your lips start trembling. Like, it was
'Cause
just
you're
like,
crazy. Don't blame
yeah.
that on
I was like, oh, I just want to hurt something. But
But that was at
we
the
got
beginning of
through
our
it.
friendship.
That was the beginning of your friendship.
Those were learning curves.
And then he made up. I didn't ask him to stop talking to Kim. I didn't even know it was a thing. I didn't even know he would stop talking to her, period, at all. But once I sent him all the screenshots, I'm like, no, what's she on? Like, I felt like, now, at this point, you purposely attacking me.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you asked the question earlier, did she do it purposely? I'm like, no, she was just a groupie trying to, be a groupie. But now, at this point, you went after my baby daddy and you keep mentioning me, it felt like a personal attack now. And I don't know what I could have did to the girl or what it is, but now it's like, she see me, I see her, we don't even speak. Like,
Oh, you've seen her since then?
no, I actually went to her boutique looking for a shirt, and her boutique is in the parish that I stayed. And it didn't have anything in there, so I was like in and out. And then she called me. She wasn't even at work, but she called me and she was like, what you came in there for? You came in there? I came in there because it's a boutique and I'm supposed to be shopping, but whoever was working there called her and she must have thought I came in there looking for her. But I was looking for a shirt. And they didn't have anything in there.
So you were still supporting her business?
I do that. I do that. You know that. Like, I don't really be fucked up with it. Like, I was supporting me. I needed a shirt.
Okay.
And I knew
So
she
you
was.
shopped there several times. So you
Never
knew-
shopped there.
Okay.
I just knew that she opened up and slid
the
down. There's
convenient-
not.
yeah.
It was convenient for me.
So what? You been back?
No, never. She don't have anything. They don't have anything.
The store's still open.
I don't know.
Okay.
I honestly don't know. But at the time, there was nothing in
So
there.
saying that to say, Darren, you feel like you gotta pick your people wisely.
I feel like people pick themselves. I'm just gonna watch your actions. I don't need to do. I don't need to.
I would say you have to pick your people, and you know that. Just like your
I'm
book
not gonna.
said.
I'm not gonna pick. So
But you could fall off on your own.
I'm gonna let you show me who you are. That's all I need to see. I don't need you to tell me how you are. Oh, I'm so loyal. Oh, I'm loving. Oh, I'm just. You don't need. I don't need to hear none of that shit. Let me see. Let me
Yeah.
just see.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna sit back and watch you.
So since we got off the subject about your success and we're on the subject of like friendships and relationships, Brooke, and you're talking about the situation that happened with you and Kim and everybody. What is you and Black, your relationship? How is that? Are y'all good? Because you left off with y'all were not speaking. His security guard was all in your face and you didn't want to
We kind of talked. Did we talk about it?
I mean, I know that y'all are like
We neutral.
cordial, yeah.
I don't dislike him. He don't dislike me. But we can't hang together because of.
What happened?
No, not because of what happened. Those people are friends, and I don't have no
I
desire
can't, I
of
can't
coming
be
back.
friends with somebody
Okay.
Yeah,
that,
like
that
she
got
was
some
a part
kind
of
secret
she was
hatred
a part
behind
of
me.
the Sandra thing. You know, the Sandra thing that ended up on Instagram talking about my kids and trying to ruin
Because
my
you
business.
and her were once friends too.
Me and her was once friends. We were.
Okay. And that is
I
not
can't.
something.
I could have. Like I said, people come from things. I could have came from it up until the point of Sandra. I don't know if people are aware of Sandra, but it was like a
The
lady.
burn page that
It
was
was a
trashing
lady
you and
that
your business and
yeah,
your
it was
life,
all about
and she
Brooke.
was part of that.
She was a part of it. So
And he's hanging with her.
So I can't.
So I can't fuck with you like that for real, because you are
Yeah.
literally.
But
fucking
if I-
you
if
friends
I-
with one of
if-
my ops, and you know that she one of my ops.
Yeah.
So that's kind of that.
Yeah.
So that kind of shit. I
And
think about
I mean,
that when I'm friends with people.
And coming from the words of him, he know how evil she is. Like we had conversations on how evil.
So in
she
short,
is,
y'all got
so I
something
don't-
in common. Something within y'all spirit.
I'm not gonna speak
meshes.
what he have in common because I don't know. I
No,
can't
I'm saying
tell
in
you.
general, if you know that this is a snake, not only
Yeah.
by what they did to me, but out your own words before they even did that to me, you know this person's a snake. You are hanging with this person because y'all have something in common. And whatever it might be,
I don't know what it
I'm
might-
Not
a part of
always.
it.
Not always.
They
Not
came from
always.
whatever they had going on. They
Y'all
came
y'all
from it.
clicking somewhere.
They came from whatever it was they had going on. But I
If
just
you
know.
have 9 broke friends, you're probably the 10th one.
I'm not gonna agree with. I can't agree with that.
You got 9 broke friends?
I probably have more.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
To that. Broke friends?
Could you hand me the Don Julio rep?
You don't like the.
That's
this
Duce.
is-
I don't want Duce.
It's actually a sidecar. I made a mixture. It's like a sidecar shot. It's not straight Duce.
All right. So cheers to what?
Cheers to everyone's watching. Everybody that's watching this, cheers to your success.
Yeah.
Okay, cause I thought we was cheered. Okay.
Yeah, it was something else, but
What was it? Don't drink it.
oh, that was good. That was pretty good. So yeah. So we are neutral to answer that question. We don't. I would if I see him, I would hug him and speak to him. But I just know that I can't get deep and personal with him anymore because of that situation. So I don't have nothing against him. He don't have anything against me. Actually, I like his posts. He like my posts. We'll laugh sometime in the DM, but that close relationship we was forming and building, it can't happen because
And I hate that.
I know. Decided together, we used to hang out till 3, 4 in the morning.
I'm saying without Black even included. Like when we have our conversations, like when she would bring Black up, the conversation.
Yeah, I bragged on him.
It was always energy behind it.
Yeah,
right?
it wasn't this
So when-
energy.
Yeah, so
I
when
brag on him and
So that's why I say I hate that, because when you're used to talking to somebody, and Black probably don't even know this, but in our conversation that we would have where she would bring Black up, it was always something positive. It was always something like
it's
Black
still gonna
doing
be
his, Black
positive.
doing his shit. No, but you don't bring Black up in conversation
because I don't know
at all
anything about
anymore,
him
right?
besides what is displayed on the internet. Now we're not close
No,
anymore.
that's what I'm saying. That's why I said I hate that, because back
Yeah.
when y'all were everything, you know, when you hear somebody like that has a smile in their voice when they talking about somebody,
Yeah.
that to see that not being
When
the
she
case
talk
now.
about him, you can hear her smiling.
Yeah, you could just feel like it was a warm,
Yeah.
fuzzy talk.
What
right
did you
now.
get just now?
I
No,
don't. I got exactly what you know.
What did you get?
what do you get?
I got the truth, and I have respect it because I've been there for the drag out of it all. So I get it. I can't really fuck with you like that because you fuck with my.
No,
op.
what did you get when I spoke about him?
Because
Not
you-
verbally,
yeah.
just
There's no feeling behind it.
yeah.
Right?
I think
so
that's
there's no
sums it up.
feeling behind it. It's not a
There's no
it's not a
emotion.
hatred. There's no emotion
Because
behind
it's
it.
kind of impossible. That's
No, I
like
get it. I think
that's
everybody
like
should
I'm gonna just
understand
put
that.
it like this. That's like you not believing in God and praising the devil. I can't hang with you. I can't. There's no way because I praise God. I believe in God. So I can't hang with you and you worshiping the devil. It's that simple. I can't.
Or I can hang with you and keep pushing God in your face. I can keep talking to you about God and make you. 'Cause I think
Sometimes you
that-
can't beat a dead horse.
Sometimes you
People
can.
mind are made up sometimes, so I just go
But
like
you like some-
that's true because when I met B Marie, she didn't
That's what I was
believe in
gonna say,
God.
'cause I remember you
She
telling
didn't
me
believe
about
in God. She hated God because she felt like he took her brother. And God put me in her life because I lost a brother the same way she lost a brother. Both
But
our
you hung
brothers
out
died.
with her not believing in God.
I hung out with
As
her
strong
and
as
I
your
pushed
relationship
it.
is with
I
God,
pushed
so
it on
that's
her.
what I-
It was easy though. She wasn't.
A dead horse?
She wasn't a dead horse. She wasn't rejecting. She wasn't, like rejecting the relationship with God.
Yeah,
She
but
wanted.
that's kind of like that's a part of your job as a believer in God. Is
Yeah,
to
yeah.
make other people believe in Him. So I wouldn't just say, "Oh, you believe in the devil, I can't hang out with you." No, I
That
actually
was
wanna
just
hang out with
that
you.
was just an example
Yeah.
on why I can't hang with him because he hanging with the devil.
Okay.
That's
Okay,
all I
got
was
it.
saying.
Yeah, you can't with him because he's hanging with the
He's
devil.
hanging with the devil. I ain't say he's the devil.
Satan on earth.
Yeah, he's worshiping the devil. That's what I'm saying. I didn't say he
Is
the devil. He just
believes in the devil.
So yeah, when I met her, she didn't believe in God, and she felt like God was punishing her, and He was wrong for taking her brother. And I told her, we have similarities. Like
Your brother passed.
My brother passed, and I still believe in God. And let me show you all the things God pulled me from and took me through, and let me help you with your credit. Let me help you start a business. Like we had got this friendship that I thought was genuine. I thought it was really genuine. We got a friendship. We formed a friendship based off what I thought was genuine. And I helped her, start a business. I put it on her mind. I gave her a vendor. I helped her. Like she even told me, friend, I really love you. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be close to God.
So you basically created her business and her relationship with
I'm
God.
not gonna say I created her business, but you take what you want from it. If
you gave her a
no, I'm
vendor,
about to
you gave
tell
her-
you. If me and you working out daily, we got a regular friendship. But I'm starting my business. I'm building my credit. I'm doing these things, and I don't want to do it without including you. Yeah. So I include you, telling you, friend, look, you got to start a business. This shit, this is gonna keep the bills paid. This. She was like, I don't have talent. I don't know what to do. And I was like, you got to go think of that. She did. It took a few days. She came back. She said, you know what? I want to open up a skincare line. I said, perfect. Nobody really doing that. Mm-hmm. Let's get it. Mm-hmm. We working together. We working. She come out with her name, everything, So I'm not going to say I created because she had a lot of creativity.
But you helped her with the vendor. You helped
gave
her
her you put it in her.
So moving forward, I'm like, why you ain't start yet? What's going on? Mm-hmm. And she said, I can't find a vendor. I don't have nobody to give me a vendor. I went at certain people. They told me they don't know nothing about skincare vendors. And in my head, I'm like, should I be that friendly and give her a vendor, or should I let her figure it out? But I cannot hang with somebody and not take them to the top with me. Right. And I wasn't even at the top because I was trying to figure this shit out myself. Yeah. So I'm like, I got you. I'll give you a vendor. I gave her this app, showed her how to work it, showed her how to do this and how to network and how to talk to the vendors. And I gave her my designer.
I gave her,
if that's what you want to call it, yeah. I gave her my designer.
That conversation,
I gave her everybody.
She would not be where she is today.
I gave her, yeah.
So
yeah, she had no intentions on being an entrepreneur.
So
she was fine. Okay, so
in short, you put her on. Mm-hmm. She did some snake shit.
Yeah, she did some snake shit.
She did some snake shit.
And it was behind my kid. If anybody know me, the worst thing you could do is fuck with any one of my kids. We could come from a lot of shit. But when my kids are involved, I don't. And then after that, you create this Sandra shit that involves my kids.
Hateful.
I come through from a lot of stuff, but my kids ain't one of it. Because I'm here, there was placed with me for protection. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to protect them at all times.
And since we keep mentioning Sandra, you know that she was a part of the Sandra thing because Sandra actually told you.
Yeah, once Sandra got caught and I told Sandra, I knew her address, showed her address, told her I was calling the police, I was getting my lawyer. Mm-hmm. Then she said, I'm going to tell you what happened. I'm going to tell you, she was scared. She told me it was Mike Baby Mama Chloe and B. Marie. Behind it, they paid her to do it. And that was some sick shit. That was so sick. Really that was sick. So disgraceful. That was so disgraceful. So I just don't see myself coming from that.
But the world will probably never hear her tell her success story.
She tell her success story, she just don't mention me.
No, I wasn't finished. She won't tell the details of her success story because it's not going to make sense. And the
because she's a fake ass bitch, and I don't mind saying it because.
But I think this is.
There's nothing I'm saying about this. Like I can even tell you that the name, the hidden vote, come from her. I was juggling because my name was Keep It Cute, and I was ready to change it because the Keep It Cute was for girls. It was biased. I wanted a more neutral name that could cater to both men and women. Mm-hmm. And I was like, friend, we got to think of something for me to change the name to. I'm rebranding. And she helped me come up with the hidden vote. I can say that.
I think I'm gonna have to give you guys another podcast topic, and I don't know why this is, and I'm not just saying New Orleans. But I'm using New Orleans as this example. Mm-hmm. I think it's very sad that you guys have so much talent in New Orleans. As small as New Orleans is, there's so much talent there. There's so much foundation there. You guys all stay close to each other, right? Mm-hmm. it makes no sense to me why it's like that crab in a barrel mentality when it comes to.
We actually just talked about that today at lunch.
We did.
I don't understand.
did.
I don't
We did.
understand.
We
it.
did, and
Like
that's why we taking ToasTeas to Houston. That's a new thing.
Yeah, that is a new thing.
That's a
I
new
just
thing.
feel like if
because I know
just
what
feel-
you're getting at,
I
but
just feel like there's. I honestly, I was just saying this the other day. I feel like there should be a reality show based in New Orleans for
You
all
said that
the.
to me on the phone
Yes,
last
all
week.
the successful
listen
people.
about that. Me and Lil Boosie manager is really, really cool. Really, really cool. He hooked up with people that wanted to do that. And when they mentioned my name, B. Marie is one of them, and another one blackballed my name. They said they would not be a part of the show if I have to be a part of the show.
Because they know you're gonna tell
but
the
I
truth.
am a multimillionaire. I'm in the same circle as y'all. Whether you like it or not. Blackballed me and told them that it would be no show if I have to be included. So that's the crab in the bucket.
But that should show you that right there.
I'm really hurt.
Just to say something like that. There's if I know you, because she knows you prior to the success of the Hidden Vault. So if I know you, I know what you came from. I know what it took for you to build it. I was there through all the growing pains. Even if I don't like you, let's go ahead and do it.
Well, that's not the mentality people have in the city of New Orleans.
I know that.
And I do want to rewind, because this really was not about me, but y'all
It
know I
wasn't.
keeps the tea.
But let's rewind. So that's why I said I want y'all to do a podcast.
Toast and
segment
teas,
of that.
I keep the tea, but I do not want to take credit for her success.
You
'Cause
should.
I don't want to take credit because her first year,
I mean, she helped
she
her get
did what she
started.
did. I helped her get started. Her first year, I think she only made like $18,000, which was good because we weren't even making that on jobs. Yeah. But once she included Super blew that whole situation up.
Yeah.
So the reason why she became a multimillionaire is because Super blew it up.
And
so,
somebody said they not friends no more.
I don't know.
Oh,
I can't confirm or deny.
Yeah,
I don't
know.
even.
Yeah. We can't confirm or deny that on ToasTeas. That's just something he heard.
Way in Houston.
Baby, listen, y'all.
But let's get back to you.
Y'all know I keep my ear to the street, New Orleans. Y'all, New Orleans conversation be the shit. Damn, I don't need reality TV.
I cannot, we cannot. We at ToasTeas cannot confirm or beep. Can't confirm or deny that. So we're gonna let that. We're gonna what the judge would say.
I don't know neither one of them. I don't know neither one of them. I just understand that's what happened.
Overruled.
We're just not gonna talk about it.
Yeah,
we don't know anything about it.
Yeah, we don't know anything about
so
that.
Unless somebody want to come on the show and talk about it, I don't know anything about
I was just
that.
asking because y'all brought both their names up together.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah,
neither one
because
of them
I didn't want to take full credit.
No, but I get what you're saying because I do see it on social media sometimes. Just
Yeah,
like
I see it. Which once again, that's also puts me in the mindset. I know Super was doing her thing. I used to see Super every time I would get online. It was Super since all the way from when she was doing like the skits and stuff with the other. I can't think of the other little chunky girl from New Orleans.
Tokyo. Yeah.
That
She
and
is so
the
sweet.
La La Milan days and all that kind of stuff. And then to see her Crayon Case situation blow up and to see all that, it's like, damn, she really on her shit.
She is.
I always
Actually,
say-
Super was one of the person that inspired me.
Yeah, Super, like-
I used to sell lashes, and I used to go give her my lashes. And when I used to go drop off her lashes, she was living in a shotgun, like a little shotgun house. And we used to have to walk all the way to the back to her little office, a little small closet. And I used to, give her the lashes. We used to chop it up. Then I went to jail. I went to the feds. And when I got out, she was a multimillionaire, just in like 65 days.
Nice.
So I'm like, if she could do it, I could do it. And it's all for just me looking at her.
And see,
Me
why can't
listening to her on social media.
That's why I keep saying there should have been a reality show for that, because that's something like you just sitting here admitting it now. Like that, I just feel like there was that.
She's a goat. She really her. I ain't gonna lie. And we.
But she was inspirational. Like I just
She
told
was
you,
very-
I'm me being where I am, right? She's the one that had me looking like, damn, I need to do a product line. Like she's doing the damn thing. And
Yeah,
she
She
so to
paved
see
the way.
successful-
She paved the way virtually for anybody
For a
who.
lot of people, not just
that
people in New
energy.
Orleans.
Yeah.
Her, Judy.
Yeah.
But
Judy
y'all-
was definitely an inspiration of mine. Judy and Super was my inspiration. But Super was really my inspiration because I watched, like I said, I walked
hands-on.
through this shotgun. I saw her not have anything in mid-city with nothing. Like not
But see,
on the
that
come
comes,
up.
you
So
can't
it
look
just
like that because
showed
you're not
that
a
it was-
hater.
No, I would never be a hater.
So that motivated you to see, like you just said,
Yeah.
you got out and saw what she was doing. Like
I'm
that
like,
makes sense.
whoa, she gave me hope. If she could do it, why not me? Now, I didn't have the formula, somebody to sit down and say, do what I did for B. Marie. I didn't have that.
Right.
But just watching her inspired me and let me know that if she could do it, I could do it.
My mind
and I kind of thank God that I didn't have that, because now nobody could take credit for my success but God. Because nobody literally wanted to help me.
And I say all that to say, with you guys, I just see this in my head. If everybody would do what was right, all y'all as a force, like in looking at I don't know Super personally, I see, and I don't believe half the shit I see on the internet, but if her internet presence is her truth, and B. Marie's internet presence is her truth, I know yours is the truth. I just see you guys, if y'all were like together, like the shit that could, to see what all y'all have accomplished.
It'll be a force. It would be a force. I'm not
force
gonna lie.
I'm not
gonna lie, but God knows.
Yeah.
God knows.
Yeah.
God protects me at all costs. I've seen it over the years. Like, so.
I just hate
He
that. When
keeps
you
me
see
away from certain things, and what you y'all already doing that here in Houston. So we're gonna get back on you, because this podcast done turned around.
Please.
But y'all already doing that in Houston, and we noticing it. And I don't know if you know it or not, but you're very inspirational. When people walk through these doors, and I mean, before you get through the doors, you a bachelor. You have G-Wagon, 6'3s might I mention. You have I-80, what that is? The 8 series, the 800 series. You got Cybertrucks, Range Rovers, several multi-million-dollar houses. So y'all out here doing it, and y'all stick together. The same thing you saying you hope for New Orleans, which ain't gonna happen. It's happening here. So we taking ToasTeas to Houston, where it's happening already.
How long I've been trying to get you to bring
for a long
everything.
time.
Anybody in New Orleans that I see, I was just on the phone talking to somebody in New Orleans, and I'm like, you just need to get the hell out of there.
Yeah,
you got to get out of there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're very inspirational, and you have a lot to bring to any relationship that you're in. A lot. And I can contest to that, because I'm in a relationship with you, our friendship, and you bring a lot. You've taught me a lot, and I appreciate you for that. And I think that
we taught each other a lot.
Yeah, you always
You
want.
didn't learn anything at the slumber party. It's still
And that's why
but
God
I did.
kept
But
me around.
watch this. I did fly down to New Orleans. What we were supposed to discuss at the slumber party on my behalf. Brooke,
and that's when we met.
Brooke was. Is that when we met? When I flew down there, we met at the hotel. And we sat up on the roof. I still ain't
You
got
and
my
I-
job
Oh no,
yet.
y'all met that time?
Yeah, because when y'all went to meet on the roof, you was like, you know what? I need to introduce you to Fancy, because it was something
Oh,
he talked to you about.
yeah.
And that's how we met.
Yes, so he did fly.
Yeah, she was like, just whenever you want, you just come down here. I was like, I'm gonna fly down there next week. And she was like, okay, can fly down here. And that's what I like about you. She's not a gatekeeper. She's not a gatekeeper. She's gonna help you do whatever. And I was like, well, I need to pay you. She's like, child, pay for these shots.
Yes.
But that genuineness, which I believe most of the people just don't see when you love it. I hate it, because it's like, you know how you know somebody, I'm like, oh, they so sweet. Then you see them on the internet getting dragged for, and then she's like, I don't give a fuck, let them drag, you know?
Let him drag. Let him drag.
But she sat me on the rooftop and was like, you need to do this. Here's this what you need, And I'm like, this is a genuine situation, right? So yeah, I love that for you as a person.
Well, I'm glad God kept us around. Like I say, God does everything for a reason, because I wanted to end it with him that night too. But for some reason, we kept going. And God allowed us to form this friendship that's knit tight. And we learn and pour into each other. So, and that's how it is with me and you. And that's why we here at ToasTeas. So,
let's get into
what
this.
would you give the people if they want?
Wait, we got to rewind back to this, why I'm not in a relationship situation with all the things that you
I
named.
know we've been all over the place, but let's get back to that.
We're going to get back on that, right? So this is what I've realized. I'll ask y'all. Since y'all have known me, do I lead with money?
No.
Right.
No, you actually have to see it.
Since you've known me, have I led with that? Do you get me? Do you get I lead with money? I got to tell you what I got and all this.
No, you don't.
Voice gonna be on here, but nah, you seem real genuine.
No, yeah, you.
So I don't lead with money. I've never led with money. One, I don't even want people to know I got money at the end of the day.
Very frugal too.
But they can see it.
That's what I've been told. I've been told you, because I went and bought me a Honda Accord DX. I'll never forget. I went and bought a base model Honda Accord DX, so that when I went out on dates or when I was out, people saw that.
Yeah.
Or, you know, if you pull up in a G-Wagon or you pull up in a big body Benz.
That was one of my questions too. Like, how do you maneuver knowing that everybody knows you're so wealthy?
I went and bought the Honda Accord DX, and one of my friends one day was like, "Why are you driving that?" And I told them the reason I bought it. They was like,
Pop your shit.
There's nothing you can do. No, they told me what fans just said. There's nothing that you are going to be able to do that's going to make you look broke. You don't look broke, so it's not going to happen. And I'm like, well, I started dressing up. I was like, so what? You don't look broke. And I didn't know.
You don't even carry yourself.
I didn't know broke had a look.
Yeah, it have a swag. It have a swag. It has a swag.
Right.
You can see them coming from.
But I did that because I felt like the cars and the traveling, I felt like that brought the wrong attention. And I felt it had that stigma. Like I've had people walk up to me once we meet in a mutual setting with mutual friends. They was like, oh, I've been wanting to talk to you for years. But I never came up to you. I'm like, why? Oh, but I just felt like you was this and you was that. I'm like, but we've never talked before.
I get that all the time.
We've never even had a conversation. Like, how did you, so you mean to tell me you was looking at me from afar, never been introduced to me, never had a conversation?
So you consider dumbing yourself down?
Well, back then.
Okay.
Baby, that on the course was
So what was it? What was it
for? Let's be very clear.
So what was it for? You was dumbing yourself down
because I want to
attract genuine relationships?
Yes, I just want to just be normal.
Okay.
I just want to just.
You wanted to attract genuine relationships.
Yeah,
okay.
just be. I want to sit down, just having
normal is your life. That's your normal life.
I knew that after the fact because once I thought about it, I'm like, what the fuck am I in here shifting gears for when I ain't got to?
Yeah.
So you was dumbing.
You told me that.
Yeah. So
being humble is meeting people.
But people don't even understand the definition of humble.
Is lowering your standards to meet people where they at.
For everybody hooping and hollering about be humble, be humble, be humble, you're on your phone or whatever you're on, Google the definition of humble. And you'll understand why that ain't me. But no, so where did we leave off? What did y'all need? Oh, I know what it was. Why I'm single. That was the situation. Because I was explaining the Honda situation.
And I was saying that you kind of dumbing yourself down to attract genuine relationships.
Yes. Back then, that lasted a very short period because I always tell people once you kind of it's a rough patch between between leaving your normal life, as people categorize it as, and becoming successful. That's a very rough patch that people don't really understand because when I'm going to guess because this wasn't my story, I guess when you're born with money, it's just normal. But then once you start working for the money and achieving the money, you want to remain normal, but then the people around you start acting funny. You begin having new friends, and those worlds when they met, there's no rule book on how do you operate when you become successful. So I know for me, and I know Brooke too, because we had this conversation a while ago.
Leave me out of it.
So for me, I wanted to still remain with my old friends, the people that was around when I was actually building and doing what I was doing, right, to get to where I am today. Unfortunately, that it just did not happen. You get tired of.
I don't think it ever happens.
I don't either because you get tired. I know for me, I can only speak for me. I got tired of going out to eat and the check come and don't nobody reach for their wallet.
They tell you thank you before the check comes.
Yeah.
I said,
yeah.
who said?
I got tired of being the friend.
Before the check comes, they was like, thank you. Like,
I got tired of being
I was paying for this?
You paying for it.
Yeah.
Automatically.
I got tired of being the friend that every time we go out, y'all come over my house because y'all want to ride in my car because I'm the only one with a nice car. I got tired of that shit. I got tired of lowering my travel standards because y'all used to sleep in 4 to a room. That shit got old. It just got old. There's just and I'm not saying, the 4 to a room thing was fun. Right, it's fun. Everybody, it's a lot of. I'm sure everybody got a story about 4 to a room, but once you get to a certain level of success, there's a stress that comes behind that. Right, I'm not still working my 8 to 5.
Yeah.
So I'm now up at 4 in the morning, not going to bed till 12. So when I vacation, I want to go vacation. I want to relax. I want my own fucking space.
Yeah.
And people don't understand that, and I've never faulted them for that because you don't really know. You've never been in that space, so I'm sure if I was on the other side. Look like he didn't change. He can't be 4 to a room. And you can't really explain it to somebody. It's not going to make sense.
But the truth is, I have changed. Yeah.
Growth come with change.
My operation has changed.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally have not changed. Y'all know I love some ball hit hole shit no matter how much money I got. I love
I agree.
Getting out there, get scrub the ground, all of that, right? Yeah. I don't mind a good crawfish boil, domino slapping, funky country ass good time. Take me to the club. Yeah, take me to the club where we got to go park in the dirt. I don't mind all that. But I think when people
eating food in the club.
Yeah, I'm having a fish, but catfish basket in the club. That's gonna happen. But so I think people, and I think people should stop doing this. they see their friends start getting money and their lifestyle start changing. They start living in certain neighborhoods, driving certain cars. They immediately equate that to, oh, this person's better than.
Yeah.
I literally had somebody tell me, oh, you think you better than. My response was, I don't think about the shit at all. I've never not one day till this day sat in my room or sat in my office and thought, oh, I'm better than all them motherfuckers.
I know, right?
It's never even crossed my mind. It's never, but all of them, if you was to interview any of my old friends,
They would say that.
each one of them will tell you that I've tried to
got
get
money
if they
and
tell them the
change.
truth, no. If they tell them the truth, they will all tell you I've all tried to put money in their pockets. From getting a real estate license, when I was buying all that real estate and shit, I told them all to get that. And that's back when you used to be able to pick your own inspector.
Yeah.
Go get your inspection license. Me and my crew, we buy a house. Go get your inspection license. Go get your real estate license. Go
And
do
what
this,
happened?
go do
They
that.
just didn't
They
do
just
it?
wouldn't do it. And that's what I've learned. That's why you have to meet people where they are and also leave them where they are if they're not on
Yeah.
your trajectory. So if you just want to be regular, every day, 8 to 5, which is perfectly fine. I was there. I had sometimes I wish I was back there, shit, because it's stress-free.
No, the tongue is powerful. We're gonna
I
go
said
ahead and-
sometimes, but
No,
you're right. I should never
yeah,
say that.
no,
You're right.
take that back.
You're right. I take that back. I take
Yeah,
that back.
take that. He
It's
didn't mean that.
Back.
You didn't even hear him say it.
He didn't mean that, Father God. We
that.
rebuke
I
that
did
in the
not say
mighty
that.
name of Jesus.
But so back to the whole dating situation, I feel like people see things. They see the houses, they see the cars, they see you traveling, first
And they have the
class.
same point of view as friends.
Yes.
He
yeah,
thinks
but
he's
they don't even
bigger
know
than the
you.
program now.
They don't even know you. So then you become, I feel like they prejudge you.
They don't respect your standards. They feel like you shouldn't have such high standards, especially if they can't meet them.
I agree.
Yeah.
When you have,
And you're the bad guy when you don't.
and I always say, date me on your level.
Yeah.
Right.
A lot of people don't date on their level.
I may be able to fly us to Paris first class and stay in a 5-star hotel. Your pockets may only be able to fly us first class to Las Vegas and put us in the five. I'm good with that.
Good.
As long as you meet me where you can financially. Now, I'm not flying to Vegas in coach from Houston. I'm not doing that. I'm just not. I don't do it for myself, so why am I going to allow you to do it?
Yeah.
I don't go stay at the Motel 6 when I go to Vegas. I ain't never did that.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to allow you to do me that. So meet me where you are financially. I love a good zesty super Toscana, that soup at Olive Garden with the potatoes and the meat and the love it.
You love
right?
it. However,
So you
If
don't
that's
eat
what you
steak
could,
48
if
all the
that's
time.
what you
You
could,
can-
no, I've been doing all the high-end steakhouses. But if that's what you can afford, I like that. Let's do it. Hell, I just ordered us some damn crawfish and
Yeah,
crab.
you
Like,
did,
right?
you did.
But at least have that initiative. Don't have that, oh, he ain't gonna eat this. No.
Yeah.
No, that's your perception of me.
I'm not going to do this because you
Yes.
can do it yourself.
But that also goes back into don't worry about somebody says, watch how they move.
Yeah.
Because if you watch how I move, then you would know. The people on the damn internet know how I move. Like, y'all, they
Yeah.
see me business over here, ratchet turn up over here. That just is what it is.
Yeah,
But
we
when
can
I
go to the gas station and get a box of chicken and,
exactly.
back then.
But when I say
was eating
shit,
chicken.
when I say shit like I only fly first class and that's it.
That's true.
They're looking at it as a bougie. That no, motherfucker, I'm
I'ma
on a
say,
plane
like-
once a week. Like I'm 6'6" on these 3-4 hour flights. This
Yeah.
is comfort. This ain't got nothing to do with class.
Steve Harvey passed a comment about that before. It's like, get you a first class flight, and I guarantee you,
You don't wanna go back.
after you get the first class flight, go ahead and do a coach. I guarantee you it's gonna be so hard to walk past them people and pass them
Yes.
people up after you know how comfortable it is in the front.
Yes.
And then you will see why I'm not going back.
Yes.
Versus what you just said. Sometimes I wanna, no, we not going back. It's not an option.
If I fly coach, it's because it was last minute. That was the
Mm-hmm.
only thing that was available. And I just flew coach to Tucson 2 weeks ago. Same day ticket, and I did a connection. I don't never do no damn connection. But I had to get there.
Sometimes, yeah. If
So if I
we
have to
fly
do it-
Spirit,
No,
if
I'm
it's
not doing that. It
Well,
ain't
I
never had to be
would, I
nowhere
would,
that
because they
bad.
got and I ain't gonna lie, they wasn't comfortable at all. But
They
they got the little
recline.
first class seats.
I've flown it twice.
They got the first,
Them was
the
not first
seat.
class.
Yeah, 'cause
they
they
called
don't even
they called the
recline.
big they called the big blue
big-
seat.
go big.
Why I want to
Go
fly in
big.
something
Go
called the
big.
big the what?
No, they
Go
call
big.
go big.
Go big.
Your luggage is free.
Yeah.
And you get the board first. It's like a little first class. They even offer you drinks
Yeah, I
and
flew
stuff.
it once, and the upgrade wasn't bad. I think it was like $25 or $50 to upgrade to the big blue seat. That's what it was.
Yeah, it
when I
wasn't
flew.
bad. It's just they need to get them to recline. If they could do that, it's okay. And Spirit actually, like they said, that's the only ones they've been crashing. So my last flight, I took Spirit. And it was because it was the
To
only
where?
straight, Miami.
Oh, I was about to
But
say,
it
not
was
to
the
see
only
me.
straight flight they had at the time. So it was
Okay.
no other option.
Yeah, yeah.
And we took that flight and it was a little crook in my neck, but it wasn't as bad as sitting in the back, But
Yeah.
that just wouldn't be something I would.
I flew to
always
New
do.
Orleans. I flew, some of my friends drove, so I sent my bags with them, and I flew. It was a quick up, down.
Yeah.
But am I about to fly from here to LA? Oh,
No, that's a long flight.
No. I don't know who would fly from coast to coast on Spirit.
So basically, you're not gonna allow someone that you meet to bring you down.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
No.
I'm just not doing it.
You're not going
But
to
you're
be
not-
I don't
that
have to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't.
But you're not.
I didn't do it when
asking for them to-
but let's be clear. I didn't do it when I didn't have this level of success financially. So I'm damn sure not. I don't see myself, imagine this. Y'all been in my house. Mm-hmm. What the fuck I look like coming to stay by you in an apartment, a one-bedroom apartment that's halfway furnished?
So you wouldn't do that for somebody
Absolutely
you're really
not.
admiring? And
You
really
think I'm going to get uncomfortable to
So
go be
would you
comfortable?
let him
That don't
come
make
here?
sense.
What would be uncomfortable about the one bedroom if it's just you and that person?
There's
There's nothing
that's
uncomfortable about it. I mean, your house is bigger. You guys can come here and have a bunch of
a
space.
ball.
But you can have a ball in the one bedroom apartment.
Because
with
y'all
one
only going to
person.
go in that one bedroom.
No.
The smaller the club, the bigger the party.
No. No. I'm not doing
I
it.
I don't think you
I
mean.
feel-
I feel like
I
you
don't
should-
think he
this is
means
what I- this is what
a
I'm-
one bedroom because it could be a one
No,
bedroom.
you can have a
condo.
one-bedroom high
I'm
rise.
talking about like
saying-
Motel 6. And
I'm saying the apartment. When I say, let me correct myself. When I say this, I mean the one bedroom. Take your mind out the bougie bullshit. I'm saying the one bedroom apartment in the hood. You got the mattress on top of the box spring, no nightstands.
Because they have some bachelors don't want to live like this, but they would get a one bedroom condo in the city with a nice view.
Yeah.
You would go to that.
Yeah.
You saying
But
you
I'm not
don't-
going to no hood shit.
Yeah.
But I'm not getting ready to do that.
Okay. So our
I ain't riding no
viewers,
raggedy. I ain't riding
you
no
gotta
raggedy
be like
car.
literal.
I ain't riding no raggedy car to go nowhere. I'm just not
Yeah.
doing that. Now I'm not saying you got to have a Rolls Royce a bit. No,
Yeah.
you can have a Honda. Hell, I actually want a Honda Accord now again.
Yeah.
But it has to be something where I ain't got to worry about are we
Yeah,
getting
but
ready
no,
to have to break
you
down.
cleared that up because at first it sounded like I live in a big house, so I'm not coming to your one bedroom
No.
apartment.
Because
Yeah,
I
knew
always,
that-
I always
knew
believe
that's what
you knew that because you know me.
Yeah.
But I always tell people this shit, this housing, these cars, shit. That don't mean that I know she could change tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm fully aware of that. So I would never downplay that. But I'm not going to the hood. I was never in the hood.
Yeah.
I come stay by you before I go.
It's dangerous in
hood.
the hood, especially when you have kids. So, you don't want to go back. I used to live in a hood with my kids, and every night we used to come. Well, I had one kid at the time. Every night I came home, it was broken into, and that's when I'm like, I gotta put my kids in better.
And once again, I don't fault nobody that stays in the hood. My mother made sure we never stayed in the hood.
Yeah.
So that's why I say I'm not going
That's
to
why
do.
you're
I'm
not
not going to
going
let
there.
you do to me what has never been done to me myself, and damn sure what my mom never did. So it's a comfort level. I wouldn't even be able to
So-
sleep.
So, what is your expectations from your partner, whoever
Come
dating?
Let's have a good time. First
I'm
off, be
saying
yourself.
financially. What
To
do
be
you
able
expect?
to be able to take care of yourself.
Just
Like,
themselves, not
able,
you.
Be able, no, you know. You know how no, real shit. You know how difficult, and not saying it doesn't exist, but how difficult it would be to find someone around my age that's in my tax bracket or higher. That they had to be higher to take care of me. That would be an extremely difficult puzzle piece to find.
So it's
So you
fine
feel like
as long
it's
as
not
they take care of
attainable? I
themselves.
think it is.
No, I think it's attainable. But, oh, please let it be attainable. Because Lord knows I want to be a house husband in
So
Houston.
basically, you're saying as long as they can take care of themselves, it's fine with you.
Yeah, just be able to sustain yourself.
Yeah.
Because I don't need nothing from you.
Right.
Right? So I don't need you to make it. Granted, it'd be nice. It'd be nice. But I don't need anything from
So
you.
the gestures of
Loving,
whining and
fun.
dining, nice gifts, that don't matter to you.
I'd no, because if you know how to cook, that'll take up the 5-star restaurant.
Bills, okay.
Yeah, you know how to cook. Hell, and that's what I mean. Have your
You
mindset.
chime in because you don't feel that way.
No, she does not feel
She
that
does
way.
not feel that
Baby,
way.
this one right here, they think I'm hard.
I'm not hard though.
But you don't feel that way. They would have to be able to take care of you and themselves
In 2 separate households.
in 2 separate households.
Baby,
Darren,
Fancy told me
I
that.
didn't say 2 separate households. I said 2
Fancy
separate
said,
rooms.
stay, you got
Separate
to.
rooms.
Yeah, we can live together.
So y'all gotta
We're
have 2
separate.
you
master
evolved.
bedrooms.
No, that was always the thing, right? We can have our own room.
You told me he got to pay the bills
I
over
just need
there
my
and
own
over here.
space.
She always need her own space
I
for
just
her
always need
own
my own
reasons.
space.
But you don't feel like a man
Can he take care of himself? I take care of myself.
Yeah.
While we're in a relationship, no, I want him to take care of me.
Yeah, because then why be in a relationship?
I want him to take care of me.
Yeah. So you
I don't need
feel
nobody
like
to take care of
because you're a man, your perspective is different.
I mean, I'm gonna take here it is. Watch this. The lights is on here, right?
Yeah.
The mortgage is paid.
Yeah.
The car is already here.
That's gonna happen whether you're single or not.
Whether you here or not, that's
Same
gonna
with me.
happen, right?
Same with me.
So you got
It's
to
already there.
It's already there,
But
right?
you want to be courted.
Yes.
It makes you feel good.
Yes.
It makes you feel
Well,
like
for her
the
as a
relationship.
woman, I can see that, right?
Yeah.
My only requirement is either come here and be comfortable, but most people don't want to move in your house.
Yeah.
My only requirement is this: if I pack my shit up out of this one, the next one got to be bigger than this one and better than this one, and whatever the difference is in that mortgage, that's your responsibility.
But you would allow them to move in here if that's what they wanted to do.
You ain't going on no mortgage, then we're gonna sign up. We're gonna do a lease agreement. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, because trial and error. But when you get married, it'll be different.
What do you mean?
You say she wouldn't go on the mortgage, but if y'all get married, it'd be. I mean,
Even married,
lease
I would
agreement.
never,
You would do a lease agreement with your
yes,
spouse.
Yes. Y'all know what kind of crafty shit these people be pulling? Oh, I ain't got to
I
move up out
see
here.
it.
I
see
got
it.
mail coming here. I ain't got to move. You gonna have to evict me. No.
Yeah,
You
that
do
happened to
have to
me.
evict them.
That happened to me.
Sign this lease agreement. Because if you're not going nowhere, it shouldn't matter.
Right.
If you don't plan on cheating, you don't plan on
Yeah,
going
I mean,
nowhere.
because it's also a great thing in a marriage that y'all separate. Not saying y'all be separate, but you don't realize if you and that person put both of y'all name on the mortgage, it would actually
it hurts.
it will hurt you more than help you, because where he can use his credit at and she can use her credit at. That's the more things y'all can accomplish and get
so if
together.
you're really trying to build with the person, then you kind of want to do things
Whoever
separately.
marries me not gonna be able to change their last name. Keep your last name.
Yeah.
Keep filing your taxes how you file them. Keep doing everything.
Because why would I want to file my taxes with you? That's the less money or the more money we would have to pay versus if you separate yourself. Why would I want to run my credit for your mortgage when I already know you're gonna get approved? I'm gonna help you put the down payment down, but you use your name for the investment property. I'm gonna put my name on.
Yeah.
So,
and then some shit go left and we gotta fuck up let's fuck up your credit. Leave mine alone, so that way we can continue moving, rocking and shaking.
Right. Because I'm still good.
Most people don't think like that.
Most people don't think like that, so that's why I wanted to point that out, because I think it's a pretty great idea to keep that separate in all aspects. Because why, like if I take and put my income on this mortgage and you put your income on the same mortgage, then it makes it look like we make less money when you can take your income and free it. And we can do something else with that. Yeah. So I don't think it's smart for people to both put their name on a mortgage. Because it's one loan. The loan gonna be there regardless. It's one loan. And if you want me to go and pay that shit by yourself when I'm gone, that'll hold you. So yeah, but I really agree that people should keep that. I really agree that people should keep that part separate. Yeah, because you can do other things with the credit and the money and.
There's gonna be a prenup, a cold ass prenup too. There's gonna be a prenup. A lot of my friends are attorneys, so that's done, right? You can't come over here without a prenup. Yeah. We gonna sign, and I want you to have one as well. Yeah. Because I don't want nothing that you have. Protect yourself. And hopefully you don't want nothing that I have. And I feel like if you don't plan on cheating and you're a genuine person and you are literally here for love.
Things happen.
You'll sign the prenup.
You literally here for love, you sign a prenup. The moment you question me about the prenup, we're done.
So you're single and you're ready to mingle Kris Kringle.
Oh, absolutely. But I want to have fun. I want to, I travel with y'all, with friends and everything. But it's like, when do you...
fun person.
Like, let's go have fun. Let's go,
they got certain people that are so serious. Like, so serious.
I'm going to Turks next week. Everything's already paid for. I got my flight. The hotel's already paid. Everything's already paid for.
Right.
I'm going regardless, without anybody, right? So if you were coming and we're dating, get your ticket.
That's it.
That's it. The goddamn hotel room was almost, $8,000 for 4 days?
You want us to set you up on a blind date and have somebody get a ticket?
No,
and come
y'all
out?
tried to set me up blindly. Baby, legally blind. Oh, no. No, thank you.
What happened with that? I mean, if people just want to know why somebody's so tall and handsome and wealthy,
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna tell you because I get turned off like this, and I'm gonna give you an example of what happened with one of the ones that y'all tried to.
Don't say y'all.
Why not y'all? Because I'm sure it was us.
They asked me to see my house on FaceTime, and my house.
This wasn't even y'all. This was her. Go. I
she was gonna say that.
So
Carry on.
my house wasn't in its best condition.
I knew she was
But
gonna
my
say
house
that.
ain't never that unorganized where I can't show somebody, right? So it showed to my house or whatever. They was like, oh, everything is nice. Da, 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 da. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, let me see y'all. Let me see y'all. Oh no. So immediately in my head, it's like, oh, so you see my house
So
and how
they asked
great
to
it
see
is,
your house.
and you feel like your house isn't on the same level, which I don't really care. I'm just like, I want to see how you living. And
They
had
asked
a
to
nice
see your house?
Yes.
Okay.
They have a nice house.
Beautiful house.
They have a beautiful home, right?
Okay.
But they wouldn't let me. Oh no, my house not together. So immediately it just took me right back to that bullshit. Like, oh, you live better than me, and I'm intimidated. I don't want to show you how this is over here.
Or
And
maybe the house was just dirty.
It was well, if it's dirty, I damn sure don't want to talk to you. I don't talk to people with dirty houses. You ain't got no children. It's different when you got kids and shit all over the place. Which even then I would still understand that because you have children. Shit's gonna be all over the place.
It's hard to please you, Darren.
It's not hard to see because I'm asking. You just asked me to see mine, so now I'm asking to see yours. And you still 10 toes down.
Yeah, I do agree.
Like, that turned me off.
She
That turned
shouldn't
you off,
have.
So you
asked
stopped
you-
talking to that person immediately.
Phone will ring and I will look at it.
That person shouldn't have asked you to see your house if they wasn't ready to.
It really put me in the mental, in the position.
There goes the food.
Oh yeah, the food is here.
The food is here.
It just put me in the mental. It just really took me right back to that whole intimidation factor.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't even want to talk to nobody that operate like that. You shouldn't have asked me to see shit that you wasn't willing to. Don't have me be an open book and then you're not.
It's like asking for nudes, and now you can't send me nudes.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd have went that far, but
We're gonna take another break here,
1
guys.
second, y'all.
The seafood is here. So to close out the relationship thing.
we're gonna wrap this up real quick. All I need you to be is your authentic self. Be a turn up. Have the right mindset.
Yeah.
Be about yourself. Like you know. I know I'm the shit.
Confident.
I know that.
Yeah.
I know that in all different aspects, right? I want you to know that about you,
Okay.
right? And a lot of people call it arrogant. A lot of people call it whatever they want to call it. At the end of the day, there is nobody that can believe in you as much as you.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do that. So I
Yeah.
want you to do that because then that's when we compliment each other.
Yeah.
So most people can't do that. Most people are not gonna brag on themselves.
So you want a person that's really, really confident.
Yes, be confident. Be confident in the skin that you in. Know what you want. Have the right mindset. You ain't gotta have it yet, because I ain't always had it.
Yeah.
So know what you want.
So you're
and have
really
the
not
mindset.
hard to please.
No.
No. Okay. So y'all,
You
Your
had a whole,
millionaire bestie
you had
is
a whole
single?
conversation with one of my exes. There was nothing that they could say about me that was like, oh my God, that's a huge deal breaker. Nothing.
okay. So y'all heard it here. Your millionaire bestie is single. He's ready to mingle Kris Kringle.
Kris Kringle.
Yes, indeed. So, what else?
Well, Darren, what's next for you? We heard about your travel plans to Turks, but are you working on any new projects?
So I am going to be releasing a product line shortly.
Okay.
I got to get
Wanna
my friend to
explain?
tighten up some stuff right quick.
Want to explain?
I don't know if I want to explain. You know, I like to
Okay,
move
you're right.
in,
You're
I
right.
like to
You're right.
move in
Not
silence.
yet. Not yet.
Yeah.
I like to
It's
move
not
in
like we don't
silence. I
already
like
know.
to push forward passion projects. That's why I'm in the Airbnb business. I'm like, ooh,
But what
I
I
can
can
get
say,
off on
since
people
I
staying in
know
nice
what
houses.
it is,
Yeah.
it is so fitting for you.
It
And
is
I
very
think
fitting.
you
for
really
him.
need to focus on it. You need to
Yeah.
kind
yeah.
of.
That's why I want to. When it come out, I want it to be like, damn, that's
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
I can have a piece of Darren.
Yeah.
Right now, I see him doing it.
Yeah.
I can do it too.
Yeah.
So I want you to be able to have that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
you're
can't wait for you to
entering
really
into the
start
product.
working on it. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's,
He working on it already.
I mean, like
I
really
am, but
start
I'm not.
working
But
on
I
it.
really
You
need.
to
It's
really
still in my head.
focus on
I
it.
know what I want to do, but to
So you just said that that's next,
yeah.
and you're not working on it.
I'm working on it, but this is what I'm trying to do, to be honest. My executive admin has been on maternity leave. So
Yeah.
I've been mentally in the schools.
Busy.
Every day. We still building the build out on the Hilton, so it's almost done. The Airbnb situation is now on a level playing field to where it's running itself, but then I'm in escrow for another one. I said I wasn't buying no more houses this year. In escrow right now for one, so I got to run
It's
down
like
there.
addictive, huh? Yeah.
So once all that's leveled out, which will be by the middle probably about the middle part of the second quarter, then I can fully focus.
Which is perfect because with all that stuff, this business aligns with all of that.
It
Yes.
does. It
So
does.
it's
It does.
Yes, because then my
Really
product
well.
line will be in all of my Airbnbs.
Yeah.
So
In hotel.
and hotels. Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yes. We talked about that, and I'm very proud of you with this. I can't wait to see exactly how you. I mean, I know you're gonna kill it.
Oh yeah, I'm coming to your house to do content.
Yeah.
I'm coming to all your houses to set it
yeah.
up.
Do as you please.
I'm coming to your house to set it up.
I'm gonna be your number one supporter.
Yes.
I'll be your number 2 supporter.
She's gonna be your number one. It's two number ones.
Two number ones.
Toast
A whole lot of
and
a whole lot of number ones. Hopefully,
Yeah,
gonna be the
you have a lot of
you
support. Let's
motherfuckers
talk
better
about
be
that because
number one supporters.
you have a lot of supporters, and I know why because you are a big supporter yourself. So talk about that
So I just
briefly.
all
We
of
gotta
the,
wrap it up.
Yeah, so
wrap
all
this
the
up.
supporters,
And we got some people
I feel like those are genuine.
They
people,
are. They
right?
are. Because I noticed that in the section and with all the partying we was doing this weekend, what I did notice that even if they didn't want to be there or it seemed like they didn't want to be there or it felt like that wasn't fit for them, they rocked out. They rocked out. They sat there and rocked out like
because
we
you
had.
have so many different friends, different age groups,
Different nationalities,
Yeah.
different,
and everybody was
And everybody
there.
came
showed up
together and just rocked
and did
out.
what you
different
wanted
industries, different, yeah. They can
And-
be attorneys, lawyers, business owners.
You had a lot of lawyers. Did.
That's why I tell people, fuck
to do. And
if you
every
want
time
to.
I come to one of your events, I meet somebody different. Like Darren, I really like Darren.
But you know, that's
And I
why I
met
have
him.
my event.
I like
Yeah,
Deron too.
I like him. And then
You know what I like
don't-
about Deron though, really
What
quick?
is it?
So you know Deron used to be my assistant.
Yeah.
Right.
He was one of my personal assistants.
He
The-
learned from you. He grew.
The one thing I love is you took that knowledge and you
He
took the
ran
things
with
that you
it.
learned and you ran with it, and now that motherfucker's making hundreds of $1,000s a year from what he's doing. So I love that. Like he
Yeah.
still call for advice, but now it's a different. Now we can hang out.
Yeah.
Because now it's like now your mindset
you have-
is different.
yeah.
Now he called me all the time. Now I see what the hell you used to be going through. Yeah, it's good. I'm glad you're going through it. Now you see it.
That
So
is good.
you've grown. You've grown. Your
is good.
mindset, you took it, you ran with it. So
So I got one more thing before we close up. And I know me and you go live a lot. We go live a whole bunch. People see us. I capture you, you capture me. And I was told that a lot of people don't like you. I don't know if that's true.
a lot of her followers and supporters don't really like you.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of your followers are messy, so they probably not gonna like me.
I don't know where they come from. Well, I think they
or
come
where they
from
need
my
to go.
friend page. My friend, one of my good friends, Keith Carroll. I think that's where they come
Messy.
from. The messy people, yeah. So they were like, I don't like him. He's too arrogant. What would you say to those type of people? To encourage them.
What would I- I was about to say, what did I say to
No,
them?
I know your smart mouth ass would tell them fuck off.
No,
They
but I
only
wouldn't tell
know
them
you from the
anything.
live. They really
They only know you from the live, so-
they only know you from
Yeah.
what you're saying and
So
how
do
you're
we
interacting
care
with
how
her
anybody
on the live.
feels that doesn't really know
No,
anybody?
It's not about that, but we
they're not gonna say
also
it to my
want to
face.
show. We also want to show how
They
you
be saying
can.
it in the comments.
They're not gonna say it to my
We
face.
also
That's
want to
what-
show how you can change the narrative and change a person's mind.
They be saying it in the
Not
comments.
that-
Is that not to his face?
No, it's not
Yeah,
to my
that's
face.
in your house. They ain't house talking shit.
Baby,
They are at your front door, like,
That's your
what's
front
up?
door. They in your face in the comments.
let me tell you something. Y'all know when I used to go heavy on the live, I used to have 2 phones. I used to go live from this one. I'd be in the
With
comments
your
on my
followers.
other one. And anytime anybody would say, this is back when I used to go back and forth, anytime anybody would say something crazy in the comments, I would click on their page from my other phone so I could see who you are.
block
Baby,
them.
we can go toe to toe. Baby, that's how I
go
got most of my
toe-to-toe.
followers.
So you
because
want to
of
go
my-
toe to toe with them,
Oh,
or
baby,
because they're
I'm-
watching right now, you want to go toe to toe with them, or
I
you
don't
want to
wa-
give them words
I
of
don't want to go
encouragement?
toe to toe with
I think after
anybody.
this interview, they're going to understand you more and they won't feel like.
No, you're going to still have somebody, oh, he's sitting over there in that Versace robe and that. Then you can still going to have that. You're going to always have a hater. You're going to always have people
I mean,
that
like
don't
I say, we're
understand.
gonna need them.
You're gonna always
even
need-
the batteries need a negative
You're going to
side.
always have people that got a fucked up mindset. No matter how much positivity you pour into them, you're going to always have
agree.
that. So at the
So,
end of the
but
day,
what would
they
you
need to look in the
tell
mirror.
them?
Look in the mirror at yourself. Your issue is not with me. Your issue is with yourself. Okay? I'm very inspirational. I'm there. Okay?
Talk your shit,
use
friend.
use me as the vessel. That's what you should do. Shit.